to run. Mid-game, I think Navi are going to be kind of okay with the Clockwork pick, but they need more aggressive potential. Like, they need more gap closing if they're going to fight into this, and Night Stalker is a pretty good step.
Yeah.
Hey, Mother, talk to me about the Night Stalker.
What do you want to know?
I want to know everything.
He runs at you and kills you. He's a pretty dangerous man, I'd say.
But is it support or core? I think it's support Night Stalker, right?
He starts off with what, 700 HP and 5 armor, pretty much?
No, that's Spirit Breaker.
That's Spirit Breaker.
He starts
I was
off-
testing you.
It's around there.
They could go for a tri-lane here, like Shadow Demon, Leshrac, Night Stalker even. Or Night Stalker mid on Dundee, or Hovost.
And doesn't he play NS?
I think Hovost, NS man, goes way back.
Winter Wyvern. And now, obviously for the side of VP, I believe it was Lil who picked it up the other day. We saw some very impressive plays from the chap on it, and it can be a very scary hero if you know what you're doing with it. We saw, I believe, Navi actually picked it up in League play before. It didn't go too well for them, but we have seen VP Polar be very successful with this hero before, and you're a bit of a fan of the hero, Draskell.
I like Winter Wyvern a lot. I think it's great synergy with Drow as well. There's also, usually you see this hero combined with something that grants you vision. As of right now, there's nothing really on VP Polar that does that. Like, they banned Bounty Hunter themselves. You know, there's no Rocket Flare like from Clockwork to give vision for the Arctic Burn to be able to deal damage, but there is still some synergy with Drow being able to hit hard. So you can see the benefit of it, and it's actually very good against these kind of tanky frontliners because you can sit so far away, you hit them once, and they lose like 30% of their health. It's very good at stopping sieges, so VP Polar looking to go for more of the control game, I think, and dominate their lanes. Or Navi, their mid game is very strong if they can find their openings.
For the side of Navi now, we're expecting them. They still need Dendi's here, I imagine. If they're going to run this Night Stalker and Shadow Demon as a roaming combo with the Leshrac in that core position 1, Clockwork, of course, on the offlane. We're still looking for Dendi's here on Navi. The side of VP Polar, they still need their offlaner. You're talking about getting the vision there to really utilize Wyvern. Beastmaster's still in this draft, hasn't been touched.
And Beastmaster's okay. I'm actually kind of leaning more towards something like Centaur for VP Polar.
Okay.
Just that one hero who totally changes the dynamic of your team fight, being able to just readjust yourself. Like if somebody gets hook shot, then you just Centaur ulti around it, you try to go in to help him. I mean, you do have Witch Doctor and Winter Wyvern, so you can just cold embrace the person inside of the cogs for a heal, and then you can look to fight around it. But again, it depends. Like maybe VP Polar aren't looking to get that kind of team fight controlling hero. Maybe they don't care about some kind of frontliner initiation. They just want to go full on kite, which can work. I think it's just harder to execute.
I mean, looking at this, at the final 2 picks, if you're Navi 8 Mother, what are you worried about? You just know there's going to be a Quap and a Drow range. You imagine the Quap's going to be in the mid lane. What do you pick to deal with the Queen of Pain in that lane where you know you're already going to have a hard time because it's a Quap?
I'm not entirely sure.
You could pick Puck for Dundee. It's really nice here.
Yeah, Puck is decent, but she gets wrecked by Quap with the Draw Aura.
Yeah, but everything gets wrecked by Quap with Drow Aura.
Yeah.
You're just going to that lane to get 6, and then you try to gank with your
go
NS and your Clockwork.
OD maybe?
Oh, OD could work. But can you actually get in range of the Queen anymore? It's actually pretty hard, because
You need lane ward at least.
Yeah, need high ground ward for sure. Yeah.
I don't know what they exactly want to do.
I think just having the capability... Oh,
Shadow
SF.
Fiend.
That is so risky.
Yeah.
Shadow Fiend can get wrecked even harder than Puck.
Yeah, I agree. Like draw a
Interesting.
Cop with Draw Aura. Holy shit, man.
Well, it is a Dundee SF, so if anyone can pull it off.
Safe lane Lesh.
Yeah, I think we were kind of expecting that early on, after seeing the Night Stalker pick.
Yeah, the Vorst and Leshrac indeed. And, well, we'll see the heroes picked up, and the side, obviously, of VP Polar, they finish it up with a Phoenix. So going for that full 5 range strat, obviously to utilize the bonus damage here from the Drow Ranger, and it is going to be the Illidan Drow. So you're safe lane Drow with G on the mid lane Quap. And I don't know, an exciting game here. I'm anticipating. We've got a Night Stalker. It's the way you pretty much ensure that you're going to see a lot of action because it's art style Night Stalker as well, and he's a very aggressive player. And this kind of hero is exactly what you need if you want to go for that kind of play style. Yeah,
Navi's lineup needs to do a lot though. Like the lanes from VP Polar, in my opinion, are way stronger. Like Drow Aura alone with the Queen means that mid is an automatic win. Your safe lane should more or less also be a win. And during the mid game, I think the Phoenix is going to be a huge deterrent to Navi because the Night Stalker is, if the egg is available, he pretty much always has to silence either the Phoenix or the Queen. Like those are the 2 highest priority targets, and that's kind of a problem because if you get Fire Spirits off into an egg, you're creating a lot of chaos with a team that is very squishy, but if the egg is out, suddenly you want to attack that instead. And maybe you just take like a ton of damage in the time that it takes you to bring down the Supernova. So I do think the Phoenix pick is very strong here. I kind of favor VP's lineup overall. I think Navi have to actually outplay to win.
Yeah, I agree. Totally. Like the mid lane is gonna be... I don't know. They need to make stuff happen a lot with these supports, like NS Shadow Demon.
Yeah.
Doesn't do
Sanako
so
casually
much.
disrupting himself. to
Getting a
scout.
bit of high ground vision here. He'll send them up. It won't spot anything out as Phoenix has backed up. And the side of the Virtus Pro actually opting towards the bottom rune. And with the game now underway, let's introduce the sides here. Virtus Pro up against the side of Navi. I'm Odie Pixel. I'm going to be joined by 8mother and Draskell for this game. Draskell, take it away with who we've got playing what on the Navi.
All right, so Navi, we got art style here on Night Stalker. Dendi is going to be playing Shadow Fiend. Sanako is playing the Shadow Demon. And Funnick off lane on his Clockwork, and that does leave Havost on the position 1 Leshrac.
8mother, if you want to go ahead with the pleasure of introducing us to VP.
Sure, on the Winter Wyvern, we got the FNG. On the Drow Ranger, we got Illidan Stormrage. And on the mid lane Copt, we got God. On the off lane Phoenix, we got DK Phobos. And on the support Witch Doctor, we got Lil.
Okay, and lane-wise, as it begins to settle out, it looks like Navi are indeed going for the defensive tri-lane here, and the side of VP as well, keeping their supports towards the bottom. We're seeing Wyvern actually hang around Quap here in the mid lane, so maybe just trying to ensure that Dendi doesn't get those early Necro stacks up.
They were just doing a bit of dewarding too to check for a high ground ward. It's very helpful to have high ground ward when you're not in a favored matchup. Lets you position around the creeps a bit better, and Dendi is going to struggle against this queen. Like, there's really just not a lot you can do. And the thing that Navi are going to quickly realize is no matter where they go, ganking is going to be very difficult for them. Like, getting a disruption off into a void is okay.
What a stun! That was a lovely stun there after the dive. Her balls there. Wow.
I don't know if that was an amazing stun or really bad dive timing.
You've got to at least give the man a 5 for that.
Stun. And he got a bit greedy, I think.
That timing.
Because that should never happen.
Yeah, that was a good stun from Havost.
Really nice stun and a really nice start there for Navi, getting that
That's
first blood
screwed,
under the belt.
Well, he's already had to use his entire bottle.
FNG, is he going to look for the snipe here? Oh, he pops the Q, he's got that extended range. There's nowhere for the current to run.
Oh god, that's so bad.
Jeez.
Empty bottle against Queen of Pain with Draw Aura and level 2 Shadow Strike. Like, honestly, he could just blink on him. Yep, there we go.
Yeah, and
Level 2 Shadow Strike, see ya.
Dear god. Lane
Did he die,
loss. No, he's not gonna die.
You sure?
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure he's not
like
dead.
3
I think
ticks,
he's
okay.
fine,
Yeah.
He's like 20 HP.
So, how do you recover from that?
You don't.
You don't.
You really don't.
You stack jungle.
You go Shadow Demon, please sit in woods, stack me mini camps. Hopefully
already-
enemy team does not take him.
It's like, I have double stack now. Let's go.
If he had Shadow Poison, that'd be way
It's
more
like level
legit.
1 race, right?
Yeah, you could totally do that. Or you buy a Quelling Blade and sit in the medium camp and cut the trees and just sit there and farm that way. And just put Shadow Demon mid.
Yeah, I don't think he's coming back here. I don't know what you do.
Dude,
but
that is actually the worst case scenario to lose your courier in this matchup. Like, he even bought a second null. Look at this is how badly they know they want to win the lanes.
This is ridiculous. I mean, legit at the moment,
Is he going
13 for
he
11.
went wand.
He's pretty much had perfect performance here in this
Did he
mid
even
lane.
go bottom?
Yeah, I think you could still go bottle.
Does he have it? I mean,
No, I think he just went for all
he's
stats.
still full HP with the salve.
Yeah. I mean,
Lane
how
is
do you
pretty good.
trade?
Hi, Danny.
Look at this. He's just getting wrecked. That's 2 auto attacks and 1 Shadow Strike.
And he's out of regen now, Dendi.
And what is the Shadow Demon going to do? He's level 1. He just has Disruption. Like, I was really concerned for the laning phase, but I still didn't think it was going to be this bad. Like, this
Yeah.
is just massacre status for mid.
Yeah, this is not great here for Dendi on the Shadow Fiend. We'll
Has 2
see.
CS on this one.
Yes.
G has a combined
Oh.
18 or 19 CS and 13 denies. That is... I don't think I've seen a beating this bad in mid in a very long time.
I think he could dive the tower,
He can, yeah.
but it's a bit risky.
He might go with his
The
creep
Shadow
wave if
Demon's
Dendi
still
hangs
on level
around.
1 though. He's got
Oh, they're going with the FNG.
Yeah, with the Arctic burn over the sidelines, FNG, there's nice disruption there, which will stop the scream coming
I
through,
think
but
both
Seneco's
die
going to go down. Now that turns toward Dendi as well. He's trying to find the return kill on G. He won't find it. He's going to look for FNG here, but FNG, he just takes it and it doesn't matter. Dendi, he's only FNG on the old Winter Wife just kills him. This, it couldn't be going worse for Navi.
This is like awful. The Clockwork is getting zoned completely. He's got the Clockwork has more CS than the Shadow Fiend. Clockwork has more CS than the Shadow Fiend. Mother, please
This is harsh, man.
help
This
me.
hurts.
As a Shadow Fiend player, my soul is hurting for Dendi right now. Because I know
Yeah.
how impossible of a situation this is for him.
Yeah, what do you do?
He got his bottle back.
Cop is almost 6 and he's level 2.
I mean, if G had more mana, he could just go aggro, but maybe it's maybe rune control that he wants instead of going for a kill.
FNG sitting over.
Yeah, but they're gonna get top rune at least for Navi, so they'll force FNG to take the regen, so G can't get it.
And G grabs the regen indeed.
That hurts, man.
backs himself off, and G is, I mean, he's gonna have level 6 in a second, and Dendy just can't come in the lane there because G can just straight up burst him down with his ult.
Oh, if he gets level 6, Dendy dies if he shows, I think. Like, in a 1v1, there's no way. He has tripled his CS in the last, like, minute. It's up to 6.
But he's still just on 6, 4.5 minutes in. Artstar's gonna look to try and go aggressive here onto FNG. The courier will fly over, Illidan. How's his farming on the Drow Ranger? Pretty damn good. 28 for 8 here on this Drow. So having a final time and is about to hit level 6 as well. So if things weren't looking hard in the mid lane for anyone who dares appear there against the Quap, it's going to be even worse once she's got the bonus added damage from the Aura once Drow hits 6.
Yeah, that's gonna be really big timing. I don't know, I think they need to find so many kills with the Night Stalker now, during the first night time.
Who do they kill?
Good point.
The Clockwork kind of
Roshan.
needs 6 before they kill somebody, right?
Yeah. Cop is almost 7 as well.
God. This is like...
They have to kill this bottom lane, I think. They have to kill all 3 of them.
Well, top lane, Leshrac will find himself a solo kill here onto the Phoenix as that goes the way of horse. Mid lane, they're trying to go on G, but G will be able to blink out.
I actually think they can just go for kills.
He doesn't have silence.
Yeah,
They're
there's
going
no
to try and do
silence.
something here, but indeed they don't have the crippling fear.
Blinks. Oh,
He's
yes,
just going to turn around, he picks off Suneko, throws down a dagger on Tarstar. He's going to look for more, he's got the backup of FNG. They might be able to find a second kill. He blinks forwards and he's going to find it. G now with a double kill in the mid lane. 3 kills under his belt before the 6-minute mark. 37 CS, 26 denies. This, I don't think I've seen a Queen of Pain ever get as good a start as God has this game.
I don't think I've ever seen a Shadow Fiend get this bad of a start either.
This is actually like...
But he's recovering actually, pretty well.
he's level 5, so it's still very heavily favored for VP. The one thing they have going for them though is that Havos is farming well and he's gotten 2 kills. So
he's doing really well.
He is the shining light right now of Navi.
But they need to do so much. They need to like kill all of them or something soon. Cause
oh, G's found Dendy. He's not going to go for it though because well, Suneko is there. No, G might try and go for it, and he's probably going to find the kill here. Dendy.
He hits way too hard.
He won the bottle.
They're trying to turn it around. This will be a big win if they can find it. They can find it.
The plays.
Perfect play there from Suneko and Dendy. That's a massive kill there to give to the SF, ending G's killing spree. A lot of gold going to Dendy there, and you got to be careful when you want to go aggressive when you've got this kind of advantage 6 minutes into the game.
Yeah, that's level 2 soul catcher for you. That's a lot of damage, man. Even though it's only level 5 races, so...
Yeah, level 3 race.
Yeah, exactly.
He's level 5, so that's 3. Just clearing it up.
Yeah, I was thinking about how to put that.
I was gonna say level 5 race would be legit.
Yeah.
Hit for like 400 and something damage.
Only Dendy has those.
Yeah. Still though, that was a really big kill for them.
That was a massive kill.
If Dendy died again, there's only so much Shadow Fiend can do to recover, right?
Yeah.
So it is
That
very
was
nice
huge.
that he
That
didn't
was
die
very
there.
huge. I agree. And Clock is almost 6. Leshrac is doing well. They can still turn this around for sure. Just how?
I think the Clockwork 6 is really important. They
Yeah.
can start picking on the supports. I think that's the way back into the game. Like maybe gank the Drow, the Witch Doctor. Those are 2 heroes that are very easy to kill. You can maybe kill the Phoenix if Artstyle's nearby with a silence too.
Yeah. A lot of people can kill with that. Joe as well.
Yeah, the Drow is a little bit more difficult, but Funnick is closing in on 6.
I guess the one thing, of course, against this Drow, they've got a lot of ways to close the gap between themselves and the Drow. They've got the hook shot, they've got the disruptions to set something off, and they've also got the Night Stalker who's going to be able to run straight into the face of the Drow. And once you're in the face, there's going to be a lot of damage lost for the side of VP. And I mean, Navi, as you're saying, they've definitely got the chance to recover from the bad start, and Dendy's doing pretty well here. Thanks to that kill, he's clearing up the camps here very nicely in the jungle. And I mean, if we actually have a look at the net worth of the heroes, how far is he behind the Quap? He's only 500 or so gold, so the difference really isn't massive, and Dendy is recovering very well considering the start that he had.
The kill was like 1,000 net worth difference though between the 2 heroes. Like G loses gold, Dendy gets gold, and he continues to farm in the woods while G is dead. So it's a very very big
They're
difference.
actually the same level now, so.
It's one of the reasons why that snowballing isn't always as easy as people think. Like you give away like 1 or 2 mistakes like that to a very impactful hero like Shadow Fiend, and suddenly you're back to square one. And I mean, he's working his way towards what I imagine is Yule's, and he's got Tread's Bracer too, so he's beefed up quite a bit. He's not as easy to burst, sitting at almost 1100 HP with the wand. And now Funnick, level 6 with the hook shot. Could look to make something happen in another lane.
Top lane, Seneko and Havos. They might be looking to see if they can set something up here. FNG in the tree line, and Seneko's going to find him here with a disruption. Do they have the follow-up stun? Havos trying to get himself in position. They will throw out the stun. It will catch him, but now Phobos trying to turn this one around with the Supernova. FNG's going to be fine here, and it looks like Navi will just have to back off.
They have 4 members up here as well.
Phobos and FNG look to back up for the time being. It looks like they're aware that Navi have rotated up to this area and they want to keep it safe. They do have, of course, that ward further up, just inside the jungle, so they are seeing this entire movement here from the side of Navi.
I think the more passive game kind of favors Navi for the time being, because it gives them time to get to like 1 item on the Shadow Fiend. I think Yules will be a huge pickup for Dendi. It means he can solo kill the Queen, for example.
Talking about solo kills, G goes in with the double damage in the mid lane. Will be able to clear up Artstyle there, who was just looking for a bit of levels and experience in the mid lane. And FNG and Phobos, they found Dendi. Dendi could be in trouble, turning around with the razors here, trying to bring them down low. There will be a hook shot from Funnick, but it's going to be whiffed. Won't actually latch onto anything, and G coming in then finishes off Dendi there with the Sonic Wave. And going straight up for the Necro Book, this Queen of Pain.
I think it synergizes really well with the lineup. They already push really well, so having a Necro Book on top of that means you can deward, you can get map control a lot easier, you don't have to buy a gem, you can use it to just kill towers. Like, it's a great item.
Yeah, in general it's very good against Leshrac as well. You can mono burn him, and when he just uses all his AoE, he's gonna blow up the red Necro, so
yeah,
he's gonna take a lot of damage.
I guess the really nice thing about the Leshrac in this game against the lineup of VP is, I mean, other than the Quap, you don't really have heroes that are going to want to rush a BKB anytime soon, so the damage is certainly going to be real for him.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, VP's lineup is more based around like sieging and just controlling the lanes really well. But if they give away too many kills to Navi, Navi's aggressive potential is much better than VP's. Like, VP kind of have to play coordinated, all right, we go as 5, or we group up and try to push into a tower. But Navi do still have a pretty good 5 versus 5 team. I think VP are maybe not as comfortable as they would like to be at this point.
Yeah, they threw away a lot with that Queen of Pain dying, like, here alone. He was just overconfident, I think. And it really didn't pay off.
Yeah, the Soul Catcher I think caught him off guard.
Yeah,
maybe. Not expecting to take that much damage.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, now Havos' farm, 11.5 minutes, and is looking very tasty indeed with the Soul Booster. And of course the Soul Ring as well. He's very close to the Bloodstone.
Yeah, his item timing is insane. He's still actually not highest net worth, which might be more surprising, actually. A Queen and a drop off the bottom.
Funnick being out in place very nicely, and the Death Ward as well.
The range creeps were actually on his team.
Blocking his own hook shot. I mean, it was the only kind of play he could look for. Maybe he could have tried a hook shot back to Dendi, but unfortunately there for Funnick, he does lose his life there to the Winter Wyvern and the Witch Doctor combo.
I didn't think about that before, but that combo is actually insane in a team fight. Like, you get a good curse into a Witch Doctor ward with Aghanims, you actually just kill everyone.
Yeah, but the rest of the members don't take full damage.
Yeah, but yeah, I guess that's true.
So
Like,
it's
nice
good, but
from
it's not a wombo combo.
It got nerfed, I guess, with the last
But
match.
it's still a good setup for any other AoE stun.
Oh, do they try and garnish G from the low ground? He has got a double damage room. Havos with the damage will be able to blow up the Winter Wyvern there through the Cold Embrace. There'll be a defensive disruption protecting Havos. Can the side of VP fight into this, or do they just back out? They throw the Gust out, and doesn't look like they want to stick around here. And the damage from Havos on this Leshrac certainly real. And well, Winter Wyvern feeling the full force of it in that little fight.
I bet Funnick wishes he didn't waste his hook bottom now.
Yeah,
he would have been able to hook into like 3 heroes if he didn't use it.
That fight right up.
And there we go. That's your Bloodstone complete on Havos. 13 minutes in on the Leshrac. So
I'm surprised a lot of Leshrac players don't go for Edict.
Yeah.
I get why, but I think it's just too good not to get. They'd rather get stats.
I think maybe in this game, it's not quite as good because there's no hero who's really going to be in close proximity to you that much, and it's solely a pushing tool.
Yeah.
Like, there's no hero that's going to be in your face, you know? It's all ranged and a Drow lineup, so maybe not quite as effective as it would be normally.
Yeah, that's true. But still, as a pushing tool, it's just very, very good.
Yeah. I mean, their team is kind of mediocre at pushing if you don't have Edict, if you think about it. Like, SF is the only one who really hits towers.
They kill waves super fast, though. Like Race or Lightning Bolt, whatever.
Oh, the side of Navi here with a smoke up.
Phobos is ready, though. He's waiting for the rune.
Yeah, looks like Phobos might dispel it, and it certainly will start hitting them. They can see him as he goes down to the low ground, and that's going to give them time to throw down the Soul Catcher and a bit of Shadow Poison down. He's going in, he's maybe looking for the potential Supernova, and there we go. There's a disruption onto the Shadow Demon, but he's only holding himself in place. The massive Sonic Wave coming through, they've taken down 2, with G getting himself a killing spree. The rest of the side of Navi will back off of us. He's got himself an
Oh my god.
Does he go for the play here?
Biggest stun of his life.
Is this going to be the play?
Is this going to happen?
They are 2 men down the side of Navi. Does Avorst want to try and go for this one? He's going to hang around in the pit for a little bit. They found Funnick though. Funnick was looking for a hookshot, but they've lost Funnick now. Now he's just Avorst and Dendy alive on the pitch. He's got to go for the steal, but the Invis Rune. How long's the Invis Rune left for? He's got a little bit of time here.
He has time, but he's going for kills.
Oh, look at this! And everything that blew up! Double kill for Avorst. They've taken 3 heroes down the side of VP. FNG goes up to the high ground here. G for the high ground. He's out to Avorst. There's a disruption onto your quad. Avorst is still alive. G's going to get taken down on the cliff. 4 heroes falling on the side of VP. FNG is able to TP himself out, but Avorst there with the plays. The amount of damage this Leshrac does 15 minutes in is insane. And now suddenly 15 minutes in, he's got 12 Bloodstone charges. Navi are going to get the Roshan. What a play there from Avorst.
That was such a game-winning rune. Like, no other rune would have been able to do that. Like,
I've
no
never
other
seen
rune.
Invis do that much.
Yeah, that was like honestly the best Invis I think I've ever seen.
That was
Holy
insane.
shit. Jesus Christ.
I would actually be so sad if I were VP. They're just saying any other rune wouldn't have happened. That was incredible. All right, well, I think the game has now been completely turned.
That was game changing.
Yeah.
Like, what was it, 3-4 kills? And the Roshan.
Yep.
That was a big swing. I mean, the grass won't be showing it yet, but we'll have a look in a minute, and I'm sure it's going to all work out. It's starting to show. Whew. Suddenly, 5k disappeared.
That's
The thing
back to
is,
square one.
this is also a drow lineup for VP, so you're not really looking to scale into the ultra late. You're kind of looking to already be controlling the game by this point. And they've only killed 1 tower. Like tier 1 top, mid are still alive for Navi. They've only lost their safe lane tower. And all their lane advantage that they had gained throughout the early parts of the game is now gone. Like Shadow Fiend is more net worth than the Queen. Leshrac is leading the board. And yeah, your supports and your Clockwork are a little bit behind, but it doesn't really matter if the Lesh is like gigantic. So yeah, I'm a little bit concerned now for VP.
Yeah, it's like the start for Navi, but that way around.
Yeah.
Oh, Vorst is turning up to the top lane here with Snako as well. VP, they don't want to hang around. There's going to be the lightning slow onto Witch Doctor. Funnick trying to find a hook shot, and he's going to go straight in onto the Witch Doctor. The cask is bouncing between the 2 of them. I think it will get thrown down onto the Clockwork. But Varsdog coming in with the Void. They'll be able to bring down the Witch Doctor. The rest of the side of VP to back themselves out. But now you've got to be very scared of walking into this Navi lineup because I don't know, man. This pony, he's doing a lot of damage. 13 Bloodstone charges.
I think this might be like the single best Leshrac game I've seen for a long time. Just based off that Invis rune, and like he got 2 solo kills in his lane against a Phoenix. Like that should never happen. I don't even know. This game is crazy.
Oh, FNG here getting the slow here from the high ground onto Vorst. He does of course have that Aegis.
Yeah, egg.
VP, they're ready to defend if the push comes in from Navi, but Navi, they smoke up, and it looks like they're going to go elsewhere. Now they're going to look for the wraparound. They know that VP are there defending. They're going to try and wrap around here by the secret shot. The side of VP, though, Phobos leading the way here on the Phoenix. Is he going to dispel the smoke? No, he's not close enough. They're going to continue to wrap around by the Ancients. Can they catch VP off from the south? Now they're going to see GG's dispelled the smoke on them. They know that Navi's there, and now it's going to be a lot harder for Navi to catch VP off guard.
Yeah, it's nice to repeat that they revealed the smoke. I think that's the second time that's happened. They get a smoke reveal for free, nothing really coming from it.
So
and they want to
kind of be left behind. There's going to be a disruption and a Soul Catcher onto Phobos. G blinking forward. They will be able to blow out the Shadow Demon here with the Sonic Wave. Supernova's been dropped, but the rest of Navi have backed themselves out of this one.
I think Navi can go on this. They committed 2 ultis on just the Shadow Demon.
Yeah, they're looking to ring as they're looking for the stun there, but G does blink away. And
Clock has no mana though. He's all out of mana.
Yeah, I think even hooking into the high ground is super dangerous. You don't have anyone who can follow you.
You don't even have cogs. Now he does though. Now he wants to go.
Been bottled up, and there we go, the hook shot straight onto Illidan here. The Gust will still be thrown out, the battery cell has already been popped, and Funnick trying to do what he can against this. They've lost Dendy though, as Lil and G have been able to blow him up, but Havorst is there with the damage. He's able to blow down the Witch Doctor. Funnick, he's trying to juke this one out, running away from the team of FNG, Illidan and DK Phobos, trying to do his best to juke this one out. Yeah, he's gone. There's a TP coming in, but the space is certainly being created. G will finally pick off the Clockwork. But Navi essentially thrown away 2 big kills there and only getting the Witch Doctor, losing both Dendy and Funnick after that one.
Well, Havos finally skilled Edict, so I'm happy with that. I think maybe if he had just maxed out Edict like a normal build, then they might have been able to take the tier 1. Because Funnick basically ran, what, 3 or 4 heroes?
Yeah.
A VP to their tier 2 top lane? That definitely could have been a tower if he just had points in the Edict.
Definitely. The problem with Edict, though, is you glyph every single tier 1 tower.
Yeah, it's kind of annoying.
Like the change.
What, another insane stun from Havos! Catches in mid-dive!
What a game he's having, what a game. 5
Who is
kills.
this Havos, and why is he not throwing the game?
What have they done with it? Come on. This is...
Okay, he's gonna buy a
We're only
rapier now.
19 minutes in. But yeah, I was going to say that it's not too early to throw. Actually, it's not too late to throw, in fact, so... Keep your eyes on this guy. But so far, he's been having a ridiculous game. 5 kills. Oh, has he got the point booster already as well? No, he's still looking for the point booster, but he's very close to his Aghanim Scepter now, 20 minutes in.
He's going Aghanims instead of Octarine.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's actually an insane amount of damage at this early stage. I think it boosted by like 60, right?
Isn't it better to buy Veils?
Damage-wise, yes, but survivability-wise, no.
You sure? Because you get armor, right?
Yeah, I think it's like 6 armor from Veil. 5 or 6 armor, something like that. But
I guess the stats are a lot better.
yeah, it gives you 6 to all stats.
The Veil gives your team more damage. So if you have a lot of magic damage, like...
Yeah, but it's just like raises and him, I guess.
Yeah, and Requiem.
I mean, there's some magic, but I think the overall tankiness of the Scepter might be a bit better.
Yeah, I like Octarine Core as well.
Yeah, Octarine's nuts.
Like Octarine Boots of Travel.
It's actually insane because you never, ever, ever have to go back to base if you have a decently charged Bloodstone.
Yeah, and I really like the Boots of Travel with Octarine as well. Because you get
It's like
34...
33 seconds, right?
Yeah,
Something
it's
like that.
insane. Like,
It makes heroes like Naga disgusting.
you can TP
Like,
twice during the duration of a normal TP scroll.
yeah.
Yeah, Naga with Octarine is not fun.
He wants to go in onto the Shadow Fiend, but Havorst is there with the 2-man stun onto Lil and FNG. These guys, they need to get themselves out of here before they blow up, and Lil will go down. Surely, no, the video restoration
missed
keeping him
ulti.
alive. FNG did go down. Dendy and Havorst maybe getting caught out as Phobos wants to go back in with the Supernova. The Dendy's going to be defensively disrupted, but surely he still goes down. Oh, he's able to avoid the stun and can blink out. Phobos moving forward, wants to try and find Dendy. He's going to turn his attention to Havorst, and Havorst with the stun. They've blown up DK Phobos. G will blink forward. He will find Dendy, but Havorst here. Now with the Ghost Scepter, they can't kill him. He stays alive. It's a 4-for-1 trade there for the side of Navi. And even though they lose Dendy, they're going to be so happy with that exchange yet again. Havorst now with 18 Bloodstone charges, completed Aghanim Scepter. Why have we got a camera on me? What is this? What, you don't need, what, yeah, we don't need to see it. Well, this is what we, yeah.
I love how
Why
they just
did-
cut
put
to
a
Owen
camera?
like shaking a monster can furiously around while he's just like, what is even going on in this game? That was perfect. Couldn't
this
have
is-
asked for anything better.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, this.
Yeah, that disruption, though, that was so perfectly timed.
that
He
was
was a
insane.
millisecond.
Insane.
Yeah, he just got his blink though.
Yeah.
And
during
then
that
he just
time.
blew up the Supernova. It's like so tight. It was insane.
You know what Twitch chat would be saying right now?
That's
would
what
they
she
do?
said.
Navi's back.
Oh, no.
No, that, come on.
That's what
I would have
she
made
said.
a better comment than that. You think that low of me, 8 motor?
You're from Chicago, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
Have you ever met anyone else from Chicago?
Nope.
Are you saying there's like some Chicagoan stereotype that you've grown up with? I didn't know this stuff.
No.
Okay.
I just have my own stereotype.
I am a Cubs fan. That's all that needs to be said.
Is that a team or something?
Yeah, it's a baseball team.
Oh, you play baseball still?
No, I don't play baseball. I watch baseball. When I was younger, I guess.
the same with Dota.
Yes.
Yeah. You watch it, you don't play it.
No, I do play.
Oh, you do play?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what you call it. 15 to 14 here.
Why am I getting flamed? What the
I
hell?
wanted to flame someone
So you just blamed me. I've been so nice today. Whatever.
today.
Yeah, today.
What about all the other days,
I
Andy?
made it a special point.
15 to... This
you're
is
very
this.
nice,
We've got a
Joseph.
game on our hands here. We certainly have. I mean,
Yeah.
we thought this would be a good one, a close one, and even though Navi have got quite a sizable advantage with the fact that Havorst is looking so scary, VP, they've still got the potential to take these team fights. Illidan's now picked up a Shadow Blade. He's looking towards that Silver Edge with the Sanj as well. So if they can get the initiation, I still think VP could take a very, very tasty team fight. They've got the big ults, they've got the Supernova, they've got the Sonic Wave. If they can set it up with a nice curse as well from good old FNG on the Winter Wyvern, it's... I don't know, there's still potential here for the Radiant.
Yeah, I think the VP have to play more reactionary Dota though, which is not really fun in my opinion. Like, I think you want to be the team who can be proactive. The thing is, G hasn't gone for the standard like Orchid build where he can look for solo pickoffs. Book is more, I can split push lanes and I can team fight, but my picking potential isn't really that good. And I think he's also building into BKB after the fact just so he can help defend high ground. Now, if Navi come fighting towards tier 3s or start pushing, I think VP have the best chance of winning a fight in that scenario, hands down. But if they're just open, like in the middle of the map, Navi should have the advantage.
Yeah, I think a lot of it comes down to the next Roshan as well, who gets it, and like the fight leading up to it as well. I think that's gonna be game-breaking.
VP, they smoke
Like
up.
VP need the Aegis to be able to do something here.
But Navi
They can't
level
give it away.
back. They're not going to find anyone here, VP. Artstar, he is the closest. He's
Roshan
pretty-
is up as well. They're smoking deadly into the pit.
This is it. This is going to be the Roshan fight. Other side of VP going to be able to get themselves there in time. They're making their way down across the river.
I think they know already.
Yeah, Phobos is so fast.
Tranquil Zeals, yo.
They've got to get here a little bit quicker, but they're probably having bad memories of what went on there last time with the incident with Avors. And it looks like Navi might get themselves a free race down to half
Maybe they
health.
don't know. They were all kind of like walking towards bottom for a second and then just decided to like stop in mid.
Here we go, potentially.
Maybe they're waiting for some
It has to be
item.
obvious, so they have so much vision around the river.
They've
Like,
just been, they've got to know.
God.
They've got to know. Nighttime's being popped though, and it looks like this will be enough to secure Navi the Roshan. And VP is so
They
scared.
want
They
to
just go back
smoke
to tier
now,
one.
but
They
it's
don't
too
wanna go.
late.
yeah.
Like, oh, that's so bad for VP, but they can still come back, I think. But this gives Navi so much space to just go push, do whatever.
Artstar on Night Stalker, he's less than 900 gold away from his Aghanim's.
But it's more like VP didn't get the Aegis more than Navi got the Aegis at this point.
Yeah, their
Because
lineup is
VP
supposed to...
needs the Roche. It's what it's built for.
Yeah, and the next like 10 minutes, VP wanted to go high ground.
Yeah.
Like that was their game plan, but they still have to break through like 3 different tier 2s. Navi even have a fighting advantage, I would say, given their lineup.
Yeah.
Because if VP are pushing in, it makes it a lot easier for heroes like Night Stalker and Clockwork to get in. But if VP are defending their own high ground or defending a tower, then obviously you have the advantage of having 5 ranged and nice positional play with Phoenix and Queen ultis and stuff like that. So it's still a pretty close game. I think the later it goes, though, Navi... it's kind of hard to say, because I still think Navi are going to have a really hard time going high ground. I think that's where their lineup kind of falls flat. So they're going to have to like take a team fight outside of the base or get another Roshan and then like brute force it down.
Night Stalker is gonna peak with his Aghanims now. He
Yeah.
has it in 600 gold, so...
I guess
he's kind of useless later on because he doesn't have miters or anything, so...
Yeah,
he
but all he
farms
needs to
really
do
bad.
is control vision.
Yeah.
Like he goes Aghanims, Octarine, just keeps the map dark forever.
Yeah,
And
they
then
have,
suddenly...
Like, I'm looking at late game. Flashback doesn't go that much bigger. SF with Jules blinked either. He's not super good late game, so...
Yeah, this is a very mid-game build.
Yeah.
That is true. I mean, G went Book, which is still good at all stages in the game.
Yeah.
The Drow went what? Silver Edge, I
Oh,
think?
yeah, Silver
Yeah,
Edge is
Silver
complete
Edge.
on
And
it.
Dominator.
So he is building more of a late game.
Phoenix doesn't have a Midas either, so he's not farming super well.
I don't know, this is an interesting game, because it really feels like Navi have a lot of control over the map, but it also feels like they can't really push that effectively if they're going like high ground. Like maybe they can get the outer tier towers. I think that should be like the main priority. Because if you know you can't go high ground, you need to at least pressure the map in some way. Make sure the enemy team is not just getting everything while you're just farming.
It's gonna be scary with this Night Stalker Aghanims and Nighttime soon coming as well.
Yeah.
That's gonna suck for VP, I think.
A lot of things haven't really gone the way I think they wanted them to.
No. They picked to win the lanes, and it did, and then they kind of threw with the Queen of Pain dying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was just crazy to obviously look back at the fact that Quap had such an amazing start against the Dendi SF, but it didn't matter as soon as the mid-game started. And the fact that Havors had a great start at the top. You talked about the fact he got 2 solo kills onto the Phoenix, and then just pretty much after that Roshan fight, he's just spiraled out of control now. He's sitting on 2.3k gold on top of the Aghanims and Bloodstone, 28 minutes in. He's looking absolutely terrifying. The Aghanims is now complete also on your Night Stalker. It's on his way out to Master.
Yeah, I think the single biggest impact this game has been Havost, which is pretty weird from a safe lane Leshrac position. Like, against this type of team, Leshrac actually feels weaker than most lineups because he can't really get in close that easily. He's relying on his team to help him out, and there's the Arctic Burn.
That
A
hurts,
little bit of the harass damage coming out.
Yeah, the
But,
Navi.
it's interesting. A lot of this wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for the Invisor.
Yeah, exactly.
It's had such a huge impact on the game, and like the flow of the game so far.
I don't think I've ever actually seen a rune do that much before.
No.
Like, not even just an Indus, but any rune.
Yeah, I agree. It's like insane.
But it's so uncommon for them to not have sentries around Roshan Pit, you know? Because I think the sentry was placed on like high ground somewhere, and they didn't have one by the pit, so Havos just gets like a get out of jail free card by them not actually having it.
Did they have the sentry on the high ground?
No, it was on the other side of the river. It was like down
okay.
there.
Okay. Yeah, that was lucky for him as well.
Tower is under attack.
BKB indeed on Dendi as well. Both sides playing a little bit more passive now. We've seen them try to catch each other out with the occasional smokes, but for the time being, nothing too much kicked
Oh,
off.
the Fusel Blade.
Indeed, there's a fair few ghosts. I believe on the side of Navi, who's got a ghost scepter at the moment? Divorce does, and I believe also the Funnick. Yeah, Funnick's got one as well. So a couple of key heroes that would be very nice for Illidan to take down. Obviously been having issues with before.
You can also just purge silence. It's really
Indeed,
nice.
yeah. That's going to help him a lot.
And like your
against,
teammates, for
the
example, like
Night
a
Stalker.
Phoenix or the Queen gets silenced.
Even Shadow Fiend heals. If he tries to combo somebody, you can purge them down.
We might see something kick off here. Navi. Oh, FVP's going to smoke up.
They saw that.
They did. There is a dire of Observer Ward on the high ground. They're going to find the Ghost on Snako. Snako will get deleted here. He's out of this fight, and maybe that's enough for Navi not to want to fight back into it. But then again, Funnick finds a nice hook shot. And Havos is there with the follow-up damage. They could go for it. But it looks like VP are happy with that singular pick-off, and they're going to back off back to the safety of their own half of the map. A couple of big items coming out for the side of VP. Winter Wyvern now with the 4-staff, and also Quat with the finished BKB.
I think the VP are just happy that the Aegis from Navi didn't accomplish anything. Like, they didn't push a tier 2 or anything. Like, they just kind of walked around. Or did they get they got mid, right?
Mid and bottom.
Yeah, okay. So they did get something, but it wasn't like... I think Navi could have gotten those towers
Two tier
anyway.
1s and a tier 2, I think.
Yeah. So it wasn't too bad of an
Map
Aegis, I
control is
guess.
slipping away from VP and fast. They
But
even
this
have
is-
wards. They have one ward.
This is typical Night Stalker, though.
Yeah.
Like, eventually he's just going to start spamming
There's
his
a
ulti.
gem as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's going to make it very hard for the Drow really to accomplish that much with the Silver Edge during the night time. They've found GG will be able to blink himself away. As Havos did try and get nice and close and personal. And Havos now with the plate mail, looking to work to, of course, that Shiva's Guard, which he's pretty much got enough money for as well to finish off as well. This is an incredibly rich Leshrac.
Is Lotus Orb good here? Cask?
I don't think so. I mean, you can reflect Curse, I guess, if
Yeah,
you're
it's
super
only
lucky.
Winter Wyvern thing.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
think
it's
Hex is maybe necessary.
Shivas is really good.
Like, they need an item to open up for them, like, more. Like, he needs to be able to gap close, and I don't really think you want to go, like, Blink, so having Hex just means that you can get a Hex and walk in.
If this goes super late and Phoenix is Agia 16 and like Shivas, they can't really kill the egg, I feel like.
Yeah.
They don't have any BKB here.
Oh, hookshot straight into FNG. FNG will get himself forced out with the Glimmer Cape as well. He's going to keep himself alive. Clockwork gets himself back up to the high ground as well, so no one dying. Both sides being able to disengage. G trying to move forward here, looking for a dagger.
Funny.
Illidan going forward, but there's a sentry ward down on the ground, and they're going to turn their attention straight towards Illidan with a stun as well from Havos. Dendi,
Dendi.
he's been hit by Winter's Curse. Havos turns and smacks him in the face, going against his own kind. Phobos finds a massive supernova here, as they'll be able to bring 2 down on the side of Navi. Funnick will be able to TP out, but it's a 2-for-1 so far. Favouring the side of VP. They're going to find Artstyle as well, with G getting himself a triple kill. What a fight for VP there after about 7 minutes there of stagnant play, suddenly hitting Navi in the face very hard. And I kind of feel it's all thanks to that initial Winter's Curse there that allowed them to get Dendi off the map at the beginning of the fight.
It just showcases why VP's team is so much better defensively than playing aggressive. Because most of the time, when a team fight breaks out, you have a tendency to see a lot of heroes group up in one area to try to focus down a high priority target. And that means that using Winter's Curse in a position where you're actually being engaged on is typically a lot easier.
Oh, Funnick with the hook shot onto G.
He's okay.
He's going to be able to
Haste
blink
as
again.
well.
He's
Super
gone.
fine.
He's gone, so he's good.
Yeah,
Good
but
to
I
go.
think VP are always going to look better when they're the ones who are taking the defensive position.
Yeah, that's the problem with Navi's lineup. High ground. It's pretty common not to have like, you go kind of all in on mid team fights, kills kind of lineups, but
Yeah.
you have trouble finishing the game if you're not deathballing super hard.
But
you
I
know?
think that's what the Night Stalker pick's kind of for. Because if you can't just straight up
Yeah.
go high ground, then you need something to actually control the game for a long period of time.
exactly. Then you can just outfarm them,
Yeah.
and you don't get any farm and stuff like that.
But still, the fact that VP are able to push Navi off their side of the map for a while, it's daytime, they're not feeling too scared, they get a little bit of farming time in. Still looking okay for VP for now.
Yeah, I think they can definitely.
Oh, the clockwork buys
Yeah,
well.
this is going to be very nice for the magical damage
So
output
good
from
here.
Navi.
It's
Yeah, oh,
insanely good.
Denzi, he pops the BKB and he'll be running, but the Winter's Curse and the Death Ward combination, bringing the SF down low. He will use himself up, but surely he goes down here. Is he going to be able to get himself out?
No, blink.
The Maledict's going to come through after the BKB, and it does get him down. It does tick him. He pops the Witch Doctor Maledict. And that is a very, very nice kill once more for VP. Again,
Where was the Shadow Demon?
this Winter Wyvern setting these kills up.
Yeah,
FNG.
that's basically a roar. Like 3 seconds, or like, yeah, 3 seconds of Death Ward killed him straight up. And fun fact, they actually retrieved the gem from the mid fight earlier. They got it back for free. It was lying on the high ground. But they didn't see it. I think.
I guess there's a lot of chaos going on sometimes.
Yeah.
You just don't see it. You're not always clicking like every single hero. So I gotta say, man, the VP's lineup, I felt like to a degree it would be a lot less effective at this point, but I guess it just depends on FNG really. Like he's kind of like the one who decides if the team fight is won or lost. If he gets a good curse, it's like boom, Witch Doctor drops his ulti right there.
Yeah.
You get huge bursts with the Queen ulti as well and a Phoenix Egg. If his ulti misses, that's like all of their disable.
Yeah.
It's just the Winter's Curse. So maybe just like focus the Winter Wyvern, get a hook shot and like maybe buy like an Orchid or a Hex or something just to stop him from using spells.
Yeah, but like if you're gonna run in with Night Stalker and silence him, it's not gonna happen. Get Blink Night Stalker maybe.
That would be legit. Pop the ulti with Aghanims, Blink in, Silence. It's
Yeah.
actually not that bad.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's good.
If you have a way, like you need a secondary hero to start the fight though.
Yeah.
Like the Clockwork has to go in with you, otherwise that just fails miserably.
Yeah, exactly. Roshan is up. They're gonna. Well, VP doesn't have vision, so they don't know what's going on.
Well, they're going to head that way at all. VP, they've got 4 heroes towards the mid lane. Phobos trying to get a bit of momentum
Might
going
be
back the way at the
suspecting
top.
it because they're pushing
It's
top
fishy,
and
yeah.
mid.
Yeah.
So I think they know.
Are they going to try for it though? That is the question. We're going to
think
see them
they're
try and
just gonna
pressure
try
this
trading.
mid lane with the Necro books.
Yeah.
And Navi's just going to be able to take this Roshan for free by the looks of it.
They have to watch out now though, not to get caught. They got a tower mid. Are they gonna get top as well? Yeah, draw aura. That's pretty.
That catapult hitting for 108 damage, no big deal.
That's insane. That's big.
Yeah, 2 tier 2s for an Aegis I think is
That's
actually okay.
But they got cheesed. Like I think they can maybe finish the game from this point.
But VT's lineup is so good high ground. Like, how do you
Yeah.
actually fight into that? Because the thing is, you actually have to hard commit against Winter Wyvern, and your only BKB hero is going to get cursed like every single time. So it's
Yeah.
like, how do you actually end the game if you're Navi?
They have Shivas and Phoenix now as well, and 16 egg. So I don't think they can kill the egg. They haven't tried a single time either. So
Yeah, it's really
if he
hectic.
gets Aghanims, that's gonna be a double. I think.
Yeah, being able to save like anyone.
Yeah.
I think G's making his way towards Hex, I'm guessing. Seems to be
Yeah, I
maybe
think so.
one of the better choices here.
I think it needs a Hex refresher.
It's a very interesting game. It's not often you see a lineup with a Drow that actually might have an advantage like later on into the game, but it's also kind of because of the Leshrac carry.
Yeah.
I think any other type of carry, this would have been a very different story. And
like,
maybe,
like the Shadow Demon Night Stalker support duo as well. It's kind of awkward
Yeah.
going into the late game.
Well, Navi, they're going to be able to claim themselves a tier 2 here and maybe wanting to try and push indeed to the high ground. Just get that D-ward out.
Shadow Demon, Aga, break, draw aura and ulti.
I think so.
That's actually huge if it does.
Yeah, I mean, you can just break it by hookshotting him as well.
Yeah, but that's true. But now you don't even touch him. You just ult him 3 times in the fight and he's just removed.
Is he close to Agra?
No, he's not building it. He
Oh,
went the
okay.
Glimmer Cape. But
I was gonna say, I hadn't seen his items in a while.
Well, Navi, they really want to try and break high ground, but as you were saying, it's going to be so hard against this lineup of VP.
Like, Arctic Burn is up every single creep wave, so when you go in to hit the tower, you're actually just taking a ton of damage.
It's only 20 seconds.
Yeah, it's actually insane for high ground defense. And then if you do commit high ground, you have Winter's Curse, hook shot.
Bad hook shot onto G. It's very nice, but the BKB is popped straight away by G, and he'll continue to blink and TP
Hey man, that's a
himself
bait.
out of there.
That's a BKB charge baited. Got him.
Off the back of that TP back, the Navi going to look to just push down that bottom lane, get that towards the side.
Then he's getting
Oh,
AC.
VP.
He's almost got it. That's gonna help a lot in the high ground.
Yeah, but they still need to win a fight outside of the base. Like, that's the thing.
Yeah.
They have to abuse their Night Stalker vision so much, hope that they can find, like, one good engagement, find a hero maybe without buyback, or force them to buyback, and then just keep farming, and then try to end the game after they feel confident and having enough item progression. but it's still gonna slow down, I think, a little bit more before we start seeing any real action.
He's almost Aga on Witch Doctor.
Man, that's gonna be so good with Winter's Curse.
That's so huge.
Again, it's gone back to this point of the game where both sides kind of avoiding each other. And I mean, at this point of the game, the passive farming stage, who is that favoring more in your minds?
It's hard to say. I think that VP are kind of at a disadvantage because they have a harder time farming outside of the map because of Navi's having a Night Stalker with an Aghanims and a gem. But whenever VP feel confident, it's not really holding them back too much. And then Navi, you want to say that Shadow Fiend getting farm is a good thing, but he's going to have to eventually sell this Blink Yules. Like, he's going to have to go for like straight up right-click items, which means that he's actually losing effective gold in his inventory by having that stuff, and your Leshrac is not going to be able to high ground on his own. So it's kind of like just a deadlock, I think.
Yeah, I think he needed these items to like do something in the mid game, but
Yeah,
then they just dead weight during the late game.
Yeah, I agree. I think he needed them, but now it's like, I got to right-click.
Yeah, he has the AC at least, and Octarine Core and Leshrac. This is like, Leshrac doesn't get bigger than this.
This is the dream.
They gave away the Aegis timer.
Got him.
Oh, nice.
Nice guy FNG there.
Both teams do that anyway. It doesn't even matter. Like, I
Yeah.
guarantee you they both knew the timing.
Almost.
Very nicely.
It's very
Between the
uncommon
teams.
for a team at this level to not know.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
Boom, there it go.
I was going to say, no, that time's not right, is it?
They fake him
Did
out.
you say, what, 40 minutes, 49 seconds? It's nowhere near it being up at that time.
Radiant's
No,
top tower
Aegis
is
ending
under
then.
attack.
Yeah.
Oh, he's just, okay, cool, okay, ending.
So it's like 40 seconds, 30 seconds Aegis.
Yeah. So, yeah, now we're going to go for this push here. We'll find the final tier 2 from the side of VP, and VP just looking to hold the fort from their high ground, and we've seen them do it very well in the mid lane situation. I mean, how do Navi go about breaking the base here?
I think it's up to VP getting caught out.
Yeah.
Like, that's the easiest way. I'm sure they could brute force with maybe like 2 cheeses and an Aegis, but that's still very hard. I mean, you're going to be fighting into potential
8,
buybacks as well.
9.
Yeah.
There we go.
They have
Bang
to
on.
dive the base when
FNG had it down to the second.
He did.
Owen.
Good. That's what makes this guy on one of the best teams in the world at the moment.
Yeah, I don't know. This is it's tense because all it really takes is one bad mistake from VP and they can lose. If Navi are positioned like this and they're always trying to get the next Roshan and they're always playing aggressive, it only takes one death without a buyback for just up, game over, you know? It's
Yeah.
kind of what we saw earlier when Pasha died without buyback on Lifestealer and then lost racks. Like, they didn't lose straight away, but that was the main cause of them losing the game. So it might just end up being one of those mistakes that could cost them. But if they keep playing this kind of compact style, there is the opportunity for Navi to outfarm. Just depends on how VP play it out.
There's not a lot of buybacks either. It's only Throw Phoenix and Wyvern.
I mean, that's like your whole team almost. And G is only 600 away.
Yeah,
So
it's true. But Queen of Pain doesn't have it right now. Yeah, it's just really tense, as you were saying.
a lot of it's just going to come down to vision. Who takes the fight at which time. I think VP might feel some sense of obligation to go for the next Roshan, just because 2 cheeses is kind of ridiculous to fight into.
Yeah.
Like, it's not often that you get to a stage, at least in this patch, where a team has 2 cheeses and an Aegis.
Yeah, if Voss has a cheese or Aegis, yeah, it's gonna be rough.
Shot here onto Phobos. He hasn't actually got the dive available either. This could be Phobos going down. He's going to use himself,
gonna
but
egg.
only going to prolong the inevitable as he'll almost certainly go
He's not
down
gonna
here.
edge.
And yeah, the lightning from Havors does
Did
finish
this
him
dive
off.
get cancelled by battery?
Bottom lane though, they find a
I
second
think he
kill
might have
onto
the
Witch
dole for
Doctor.
farm. Sure.
Yeah, them getting a pick off on the Witch Doctor as well. Now, unfortunately, these picks actually don't do much for Navi. Like, yeah, you get a kill or 2, but at the end of the day, it's like you're not getting Roshan from this. You're not even getting a tower. You're pretty much just using it as farm time. It's not bad, of course, to kill anybody, but I think Navi would have liked very much for that to happen maybe, I don't know, 2 minutes into the future. Because then it
Yeah.
just means you get Roshan for free.
VP is farming really well. Like, they're farming some. Like, they're not getting super out farm, and they're not dying too much, except for those 2 kills. So I think they're doing really well. But
Yeah. I don't even think Navi have the time to force a buyback.
no, and it's daytime without darkness.
Yeah. The dream is dead.
I think R-Style wished he went for minus right now.
Yeah, of course. But I can understand why he didn't in the early game that they were having. Like, it was a total disaster.
Yeah, that's true. Hold on, guys. I'm just gonna get minus. See you in 40 minutes.
It kind of begs the question why Phoenix didn't go Midas. Like, even dying, his team was doing so well in the early game. You had every justification for buying Midas.
Yeah,
just
I
didn't do
agree.
it.
I think Midas on Phoenix is just too good.
Now
And smoke
VP.
up from
I was going to say, if they smoked up here, let's have a look, Weapons. What's going on from the side of VP?
The Roshan timer is soon, right?
Illidan wants to lead the way in.
They have a sentry.
He's gone
But he's
past this one,
smoked.
all smoked up. Indeed, they won't be aware of us. They're just on the tip of the vision. And Navi, they are backing themselves out and away from this one, so
They
it
have
doesn't look like
Hex on
Virtus Pro.
God, so this can be really good.
Oh, Dendy's in a really bad
Dendy.
spot if he
Oh.
gets hexed. Okay, he blinks.
Echo?
They might find the
Oh,
Shadow
he's dead.
Demon. Yeah, indeed. Hex from the high
I don't know
ground.
if
Here,
they
do they
wanna-
blink
wait,
into
what,
this
missed
one?
Ult? No, he waited so long.
He didn't find it. Now Phobos going in.
Oh,
He's going to
God.
use himself up,
That
maybe
Yules.
looking for a supernova, but he's getting used up yet again.
Force.
The Death Ward's been dropped in from the high ground. It'll be a
Disruption.
defensive disruption onto her Force. Funnick able to cancel the Death Ward here with a hook shot to the high ground onto the Witch Doctor. Supernova has been laid down, but Navi, they're not focusing. They're just ignoring the supernova here. A Force will get stunned up, but now from the high ground, Illidan trying to come in with the damage onto the Leshrac. A Force getting himself force staffed away. G-Blinks forward. They'll be able to bring down her Force. They've lost Funnick here as well on the side of Navi, and VP, they're losing no one at the moment. Dendy trying to get the punches through, but he's going to get used up, and there's still the side of VP. They've got Illidan, and now he turns his attention to Dendy. Dendy will eat the cheese, has got the Glimmer Cape to buy him some time and space. DK Phobos getting ready to right clicks here. Snako. Arstell's trying to chase this one down. Illidan doing so much damage. Will find the kill onto
heals.
Snako. The heal from FNG is protecting Phobos. Looks like FNG might go down, and he will go down here to Artstyle as he picks up a double kill. Phobos now in the retreat. There's going to be a negative burn charge, and now the lightning coming through. The slow catching out Illidan as well. The Shiva's Guard will clip him here with the Void Slow as well from Artstyle. They'll find the stun. They should be able to kill Illidan here. They do find 4 heroes from the side of VP. Navi, they lose the Shadow Demon and the Clockwork, and I believe... No, there wasn't a buyback, of course.
No,
it was
he
just a
has
20
respawn
second,
in 20
20
seconds.
second respawn
Yeah,
on
but
the
he
boss.
bought the second level of bots to come back into the team fight. So,
I think that's really
Wow.
yeah, in the end,
Worth it.
and yeah,
good. That looks
definitely
so
worth
good
it.
for a VP. Like
Yeah.
the Phoenix is sitting in the middle of the river and they're separating the fight on 3 fronts.
Oh, here's the
perfect.
buybacks.
Here's your buybacks. You've got to do something about this push and the pressure that Navi are applying in the mid lane. They do have the fortification that's been popped. There's still a buyback available on Quap and the Phoenix, but they're probably going to try and hold back on those if possible. They've already lost the tier 3 though, and now Navi, they just want to fight here. They're going to go straight onto Illidan. They're going to find the stun.
no.
Illidan does get himself force stuffed away, but G buys back now. We'll find the dagger onto Artstyle. Can he chase this one down? He's going to scythe up her Force. Can they kill a Force? The Shiva's Guard from Phobos will catch him, and now the Winter's Curse holding him in position. The damage is certainly real, and they will be able to bring down. He's going to commit suicide here with the Bloodstone. Now he's down for 40 seconds. He is losing these Bloodstone charges that he collected throughout the whole entire early game. Now smoke up straight away from the side of
Are they
VP. They
rushing?
want to continue to go aggressive or look straight for Roshan, and with 30 seconds there is no Leshrac. This is a perfect opening for VP to go to this one, because they should be able to take it down incredibly quickly here with the Drow lineup.
Yeah, but they also need it. Like, if Navi got Roshan when they used 4 buybacks on VP, that's just like game over. Like, how do you come back from that? So if they didn't get this Roshan, I think Navi would have been in an amazing position. Are they going to contest though?
No, 10 seconds,
They're down,
Leshrac with the
Might,
upgraded boost. He's going to have the upgraded
He
boost.
can TP on the Clockwork.
Yeah.
and
He just buys back.
Yeah, they're going to look for the
10
hook
seconds.
shot TP, and they're going to go straight into the pit here. FNG getting forced up to the high ground. Phobos does get the supernova off, and there's no one hitting the supernova. It's going to be a successful supernova. The Death Ward as well. There's going to be defensive disruption. It's going to hold a voice. Willem allowed to avoid the stun from the supernova. Now he's trying to get himself out with a Glimmer Cape, trying to bring down Lil. They'll find the kill onto Lil. Artstyle on a killing spree now. Denny getting low here to the right clicks of Illidan. Illidan just standing there shooting away at the ball. Artstyle getting close and personal here with the Drow range. Illidan continues to try and fight up. Seneko and a Force, they turn their attentions to him as well. Seneko will defensively disrupt himself. Artstyle and a Force going in on Illidan. They do bring him down. It's a double kill here for Artstyle. 4 heroes down on the side of VP. None of them with buyback available. Denzi and Funnick did go down. Now they buy back because they know that this is the opening to force down the mid lane and try and take some heavy structural damage onto the racks in the mid lane from VP, because they've only got a Phoenix.
That was sick play.
That was...
That hook shot with the bots level 2,
Yeah.
man.
That's a really nice play. I was
This
thinking
patch
about
actually just beat VP.
that. Yeah.
They just lost because of level 2 bots.
You can do so much with BOTs too. Like,
I mean, do you think this is... I don't think... Is this it?
Well, they got
In
Drow
my
dead for a
face.
full minute. It's double racks. I don't know if they'll call GG, but it's going to be double racks.
They've got... Yeah, they're going to
it
have the
might be-
Wyvern, the Phoenix. So there's no Supernova, though, then there is no Death Ward here. for this
Maybe they
event.
back after this. 30 seconds isn't that much time. Okay, they're going to go
they have
bot.
Edict again. There's no glyph. I think they can get
FNG coming out. Oh, Dandy, he's being able to get himself in close to personal first with a follow-up stone onto FNG. FNG will blow up, and now that's your Wyvern down with no buyback for a whole entire minute. They will lose the tier 3 here on this bottom lane. Do Navi stick around for Rax? I think they do. With only 2 people on the side alive for VP, there's no way that they can hold back against Navi. Navi, they take a second set of racks, and they're maybe going to look for mega creeps now. There's going to be a TP out from Leshrac.
Nice TP on his teammate, just to get this faster.
Classic of us. They go for the tier 3 on the top lane. They might be able to mega creeps. Quap is back up, and now G jumping straight in with a Hex onto a Force, but Denny's there with a backup death ward. Gets cancelled straight away by the Yule Scepter. G pops the BKB, trying to right click down Hostile. Phobos looking for the Supernova, but the hook shot stun caught him out. A Force with a killing spree as they kill both G and Phobos. Lil has to run himself back to base. This is going to be mega creeps for the side of Navi. GG is called. Navi break the base. 49 minutes in. What a game between the two sides. And oh boy, as long as game 2 is as good as this one, I'm going to be happy, because that was some good stuff.
It was a good game. There was some passivity, I think, for around 10 to 15 minutes, but you can understand why. It was so hard for either lineup to take an engagement. Like, VP were good at defending, but they weren't so good at fighting outside of the map, and Navi were good at fighting outside of the map, but they weren't so good at ending the game.
No, we don't need
They decided it's too late in the day.
Yeah.
We look awful.
Yes, it's true.
It's time to just ignore us. It's all about the Dota.
Focus on the Dota.
Yeah,
I'm talking about the Dota. Tiny IO is going to go the way of Navi, and VP Polo opening with the Queen of Pain, Undying, and they're going to pick up the CM as their 3rd pick.
5 seconds.
Interesting draft. I think, yeah, FNG, as he said, doesn't think Wisp is that strong in this meta. So he wants to play against it, so he doesn't ban it. I'm not sure who had first pick.
First
I think
pick.
Navi had first pick.
Radiant team pick.
Ooh,
Yeah.
okay.
Did they?
Polo.
Yeah.
Turn to
Yeah.
I'm going to pick up the
It,
Weaver
like,
here.
it says it, but I can never remember how to read it.
Because they first pick second phase.
Yeah, okay, yeah. True. True that. So with Crystal Maiden, you can play it pretty greedy, I think. And
Okay.
maybe, like, when I see Undying, I always think that you want to try to match up against the Wisp in some lane, because otherwise, why pick the Undying? I think it's really useless to have an Undying who kind of just walks around and doesn't, like, contend a lane.
Yeah.
So maybe that's what they're looking for. But having a Dazzle as well, like, it's a pretty strong laning phase hero as a support. And the CM can just AFK jungle if you want. The Weaver is pretty self-sufficient on lane, shouldn't die. Queen is kind of the same thing. So if it ends up being like the tiny Wisp mid, Queen should do fine. CM can do her thing. Maybe you put Undying Weaver together in the offlane.
Yeah, that's strong. I think that's very viable. Especially with the aura from Crystal Maiden.
Yeah.
It's gonna help out a lot with the spam.
And you can actually go 1-1-3. I think that's actually the build Puppy uses when he plays CM. Like, he just always goes 1-1-3 to max aura.
Really?
Yeah. He did it at Summit, at least. I don't know if he does it every game, but...
I usually prefer the nukes before the mana regen, but
Yeah, I mean,
I guess he knows best because he's Puppy.
The nukes are, I think, more if you know you can kill your lane, and
Yeah,
then
of
if you
course.
just have a more passive early game, aura is going to be better.
Very true. I think they picked Weaver primarily to go after the Wisp.
Yeah, it crushes that
I don't
hero.
think he's there to split push or something. They just wanna force
Well,
and
it
chase
can
them.
actually split very effectively against Tiny, though.
Yeah,
Because when you see the
unless they
relocate...
get catch now, they can like get a Bane. No, not a Bane, but maybe Puck or ban the Storm. What else is there?
Yeah, Puck in the soul lane's really good. I don't think Clock's that good against Weaver.
No.
Because you have to, like, the Weaver kind of has to stand still for a while if you want to actually do that. So, I don't know. It's kind of weird. Spirit Breaker's okay.
Yeah, Barathrum is nice.
No, we've taken that time here with this 4th pick down into the last 26. It's going to be the Invoker.
Ooh, Dondo Invoker. Haven't seen that in a while.
It's nice.
Now, why do you think out of all the games they've opted for the Invoker in this one in particular?
It can be used as a Quaswex. I think it's actually good against all the heroes, like crushes Undying, because if you get EMP'd once, you're just and then you can't do anything. Same thing for Weaver and CM. CM has terrible int. Like, she's actually dumb. Hero has no int at all. You don't even have enough mana for all your spells at level 6 unless you have items with mana. That's how dumb she is.
Okay, well, we'll see what good old Dondo's able to pull off here on the Invoker. Final ban for the side of Navi. Looking at VP Polar's draft, we're probably still expecting to see that final core, and with the Weaver, as you were saying, they've got the potential to run out in the offlane. I also wouldn't put it past them to put Illidan on that position on Weaver as well and get him farming
Yeah,
up.
of course. It doesn't have to be like an offlane Weaver played by Phobos. It can just be Illidan and like FNG on the Undying together in the offlane.
Yeah.
And it still can contest very well. Now, the way that Navi are picking this, are they actually going to give the position 1 roll 2 Invoker and just put Tiny Wiz mid. Because when you have a Dazzle, it kind of makes me think they're not really okay with the Weaver Undying matchup going up against the Tiny and the
It's
Wisp.
gonna be a hard lane in the Invoker.
It's going to be a Jakiro picked up, so
Maybe safe lane.
How are the
I think
lanes
it's
working
safe
out for
lane
VP?
Weaver, like Crystal Maiden in jungle, and then Jakiro Undying on offlane.
Yeah, Jakiro Undying is actually insanely strong.
it is.
So much health between the two of them. It's very hard to commit for a kill. Probably end up trading whoever goes in on that lane 1-for-1.
Where do I don't know. Did they put the Invoker safe lane here?
That's what I thought as well. If you go
I
safe
think they
lane,
have to. Like, where
Yeah.
else does it go? I don't know.
10 seconds
but then what's the point of the Dazzle pick? Because I don't know if it's like... I think Dazzle wants to be in a lane that's contested, you know?
Sanking.
Sanking versus Weaver.
Phonic Sanking as well, yeah.
Interesting. I'm not exactly sure how this pans out. I think Dandy needs to be Exort to be able to lane against the Queen of Pain.
Yeah, absolutely. You can go as Quaswex, but I think you have to start Blade of Attack to go quick phase.
Yeah, even then you don't really have the damage to lane against the Cup.
Yeah, well, Null and Blade of Attack give the same damage. It's
Yeah,
just you
yeah.
get to your phase faster.
Yeah, exactly. Just kind of suffer. I played it once in pub and it didn't pan out well.
Yeah, it feels kind of crap in the laning phase.
I think I had one CS at like 3 minutes. It was kind of like the SF game.
That's pretty bad.
That's pretty bad.
I got
Hey,
wrecked.
mother, come on.
I got super wrecked. I went Quasvex Invoker.
Was your team happy with you?
seconds remaining.
I don't think so.
No.
Probably not.
I was
Probably not.
most embarrassed. Like, I was so mad at myself.
Well, I mean, what do you have, like 43 starting damage?
Yeah.
Something like that? No, it's even lower, isn't it? It's 38.
38.
But your top end is like 40 something, right?
If you go Exort, you have 9 extra damage,
Prepare for battle.
and then no 9, so you get 18 more.
Yeah. We'll see if he goes Exort.
I think.
I think he likes Exort more, actually.
You can go Alacrity for laning.
yeah.
If you want.
Like 2 Exort, 1
Yeah.
Wex.
I think it's pretty good.
Ladies and gentlemen, the final match of the day, VP versus the side of Navi. It's the second game of this 2-game series. The first game did indeed go to the side of Natus Vincere. It's myself, Odie Pixel, being joined by Draskell and Ain't Mother for this series. And, well, we're ready to go ahead and introduce the lineups. Draskell, it's your honor to tell us who's on VP.
All right, so VP right now looking to tie the series up 1-1. FNG is going to be handling the Crystal Maiden. We're going to have Lil playing the Undying, G handling the Queen of Pain, Illidan Stormrage here on the Weaver, and then lastly,
30
DK
seconds to
Phobos
battle.
on the Twin-Headed Dragon.
Okay, and over on the side of the Dire Ain't Mother, what are we seeing from Navi?
On Navi's side, we have Arstyle on the Dazzle, and we got Hovost playing the Tiny, Denny on his Legendary Invoker, we got Soneko on the Wisp, and Phonic on the offlane Psyche.
Okay. And
Looks like they want to give the rune to Wisp, I think.
Yeah,
Maybe
Yeah.
they go for some
get
kind
his quick bottle
The
up.
battle
of
begins.
I don't know. They're just dodging the rune contest.
Worthy
Yeah,
Yeah.
G secures himself the top, Snake grabs himself the middle one.
they're putting Dendi mid though.
So do you feel this is a risky thing to do against the Quap? Is that your worry here for the side of Navi, or?
I don't
It's not really that it's risky, because
No.
if you're Exort, you should be able to do
Yeah.
fine.
Okay.
But it's more like, if you put Denny in the safe lane, he totally free farms, and the Wisp and the Tiny don't need a free farm. They just need to get some EXP and hold the hero down. That's kind of the purpose of the lane. But they're going to meet up against the Weaver Undying that we were
Yeah.
talking about, and that is a disaster of a lane. Like, you're going to need a third hero up here all the time. So it looks like that Dazzle will be up in a contested
know. It's
lane.
a tri-lane even.
Yeah, they've got the Crystal Maiden up here as well.
This
So
is gonna suck for Tiny Wisp.
it's not going to be fun at all.
Even with Dazzle, I think VP's lane's still stronger.
Yeah, for sure. Like Undying is just gonna decay, double decays right off the bat as well. That can't happen.
Yeah, the stacking cannot be a thing in
If he
this
gets
lane.
double decays, he's just gonna go ham. Like he
He's
doesn't
just going
care
to zombie
anymore.
slap people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the laning stage as a whole, looking at all of the 3 individual lanes, the top lane, as you're saying, favouring the side of VP. Mid lane, you've got a Quap, it's going to go great. And bottom lane, the Jakiro against the Sand King. Lane-wise, looking pretty good for VP in the early game.
Yeah, they even they gave Phonic a sentry to make sure that there wasn't going to be any sentries for the Jakiro, so you can use Sandstorm to farm, which is kind of cool, but I don't know. I think, honestly, VP, can they possibly win their lanes any harder than they did in Game 1? Because I don't know if they can.
I don't think so, but this is definitely the way to do it if they want.
Yeah, well, they're going to catch out Art Style over here.
Oh, there's a stack.
They'll be able to interrupt the pull here and find a bit of farm here for Illidan. He's going to chuck the bugs out. zoning art style right back, and Dendy mid lane, ticking very low here to the poison dagger. Will tango up.
He might die.
He's very close to dying
he's
here.
okay.
Yeah, he's just got
it's
enough
so
regen.
close. Yeah.
But again, this is a...
He has to go back to base though,
Yeah.
which is still a disaster. Like sometimes having to walk back and
Yeah,
forth,
and
dying
it-
so early is better than having to walk.
And he used the courier to bring the bottle top, so he couldn't bring a salve to mid. That's just so bad.
And he's gonna
It's
have
kind
to
of
buy.
the same thing again. He's level 2 and the copy is gonna be level 4.
G is just an amazing mid player, to be honest. Like,
Yeah,
no
he's
matter what the
really-
matchup.
he's
Like,
really,
of course,
really
you would
strong.
expect last game that he should win.
Yeah.
But this game, I think the Invoker can actually outplay.
I think
I think he
Invoker
might need,
needed the courier. 'Cause
his team
he
just-
only had pool tangos. And
He
went-
needs more regen. He can't
Yeah.
go back to lane with nothing. He's just gonna get bullied out again. Like, G's
Yeah.
gonna see that, and he's gonna be like,
He's
"Yep,
gonna have
you're."
spells now though.
Yeah,
It's a little bit different, but
but it's one Forge Spirit, and he didn't get a point into Invoke because he had to skill Quas
yeah.
to live through the dagger. So yeah, this is a really awkward start for him. And Funnick casually burning to death in bottom lane.
It's taking a lot of heavy harassment here from DK Phobos, but it's going alright for him in the lane. 10 CS on your Sankin compared to the 12 on Jakiro, so still finding a fair bit. Did come to lane prepared, brought with him 8 tangos, but he's having to eat through them at a pretty ferocious rate here just to stay in lane against the big old dragon.
Yeah, no one's really going to be stacking for him either because VP, their tri-lane is pulling the full attention of Navi as well. Like, they can't afford to send Artstyle off to the woods to do any jungle stacking because it just means that VP probably go for kills. They notice that Dazzle is missing. So yeah, again, VP with an incredibly good laning phase.
Oh, top lane. They're starting to put the pressure on, and I mean, there's going to be a point where VP feels strong enough to just pop down that tombstone and dive the tower and look to pick off the squishy supports with the Weaver on this top lane.
They have Tether and they're going now.
Yeah, they're popping down the tombstone here.
don't
Illidan
think
trying to
this is
find
gonna
himself
work,
the
though.
initiation. The bugs will catch on
Oh, it's
Artstyle
gonna
and Seneco. Artstyle here with the heals.
Alright.
Illidan getting fairly low, has to back himself out from the tower. Artstyle, he's ticking down, will have the shallow grave there to protect himself against the bugs. And looks like no one will die here, but
That's
VP
the healing
coming very
ball, man.
close.
That was a lot of healing.
Yeah. I really think that any other lane probably would have just died to that.
Yeah.
Like, that was very, very difficult to live through. And the thing is, I think the bugs hit all 3 heroes as well.
Yeah.
And the Nova hit like on 3 and then got a double decay.
Yep.
A lot
And
of
he
pressure.
even did the soul rip on the wisp.
Oh,
I think it was
Mango.
Max.
Mango available on the Undying. That's all that matters. Alo always has the mana to go in. He's actually leveling stun over toss, really? It's interesting.
Yeah, you usually do
Well,
that level
G,
3.
he's going to give it a
Yeah.
bit of action here in the mid lane onto Den. He does end up having to blink away with the cold snap on him. Doesn't want to hang around in a fight up against the Forge Spirit. Just exchanging damage there in the mid lane. And looking at the lanes so far, I mean, the biggest difference is certainly in the middle. You know, 24 for 13 on G when you compare to Dendy's 11 and 4. It's not going great for the Invoker here.
The more levels Dendy gets, though, the easier it will become. You get higher base damage to be able to CS more effectively. It becomes harder to aggressively blink into the Invoker. I mean, when you get double Forge Spirits at level 9, if that's the build that he goes for,
They're
then
baiting the Queen of Pain jump here.
yeah. But she has the burst potential to just straight
Yeah.
up kill him, so he needs to be quick.
Yeah, Artstyle's got to be quick on this grave.
He's too far away now, but
I think
he can cold snap as well, so
there is some time, yeah.
yeah,
I think G is onto it, though.
he wants to go. He's hungry for this. He can smell it.
The CIS blood in his veins, he's just like, I must kill.
I'm sure at this
him.
point, though, that they must be aware that Dazzle's not in the top lane, that they know that the pools aren't being
They
made
have a
as the
lane
discreet
ward. They
wave
might
comes through.
see him. Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
They've seen him for a long time.
Yeah. I think it will become obvious soon. Like, Dendy is healing back up to full with just Quas regen, pretty sure. They should have known better if he was going to go for that solo kill.
Yeah.
Oh, 6 minutes in coming up, and no one to die as of yet between these both sides. It's both teams taking this game understandably very seriously, because between these two sides at the moment, every game does count in this league. It's very close between a lot of these teams, and it's essential that you don't drop more games than you need to at this point.
Yeah, I think the series might, like, for VP, they're doing very well in their lanes, but this time they actually have a team who can go high ground. Like, they have multiple range. They have Jakiro. It's fantastic at sieging. So if they can get that kind of advantage that they did in game 1, it's going to be much easier for them to kind of seal it out, instead of having to have that awkward phase where you can't really break high ground.
Top tower is under attack.
We see at the moment, look at this. It's
But at the same time, they have a Sand King. He's gonna be in your face.
Yeah.
Funnick's finding a
Yeah.
lot from this bottom lane as well.
He's gonna have a pretty fast dagger, I think.
I don't know. This is another one of those games where there's a couple of heroes that you don't really see too much. Like, Sand King is, I guess, kind of common, but Invoker, see that every once in a while. Jakiro, not so much.
Well, they might want to go on a Vorst because he is on his own. They don't have any supports on the side of Navi up here. Tombstone will be dropped. They're going to try and bring down the Tiny. Now comes your TP from Io, but I don't know if he's going to be able to do anything. He cancels it as you realise that Vorst might be in trouble. Vorst might be able to bring down Undying with the tower hits as well. No, the Sora is going to keep him topped up. And that will be your first blood. Mid lane, G's tried to go in onto Artstyle, but now as well with the rotation from Jakiro, they'll be able to hold the Dazzle in place. He does get off the shallow grave, and now with the help of Dendi, they're trying to bring down the quad. Will they find the kill? They will indeed. Phobos does pick off the Dazzle. And this early game, first engagement of the game, ends as 2 for 1, favouring the side of VP. VP, of course, also finding the first blood, so a very favourable fight there for the Radiant.
I think it favors Navi though.
You think?
Like Queen of Pain dying there.
Yeah.
Is under attack.
She loses a lot of momentum.
Radiant's bottom
Yeah,
tower
it gives a
She
bit of
didn't
relief
use
to Dendi.
ulti though, so she didn't commit too much, but still.
What do you think about the maxing Quas instead of Exort?
He needs the regen, so I get why he does it, but
But yeah, if you hit harder, do you really need the regen? Because the Queen goes in to like hit you or whatever with Dagger, and then you just cold snap and punch him.
Gee, you go straight in. He
actually
wants to
becomes
find
very
Dendi. He's
tanky
got the
with the
Sonic Wave.
cross.
The Ice Path will connect as well. Is it enough to bring Dendi down? He's going to be okay here with the heals from Artstyle. And that is going to be the used to no avail, unfortunately, for the side of VP in the mid lane.
yeah, I think he just wants to survive. He doesn't want to dominate the lane or anything, so I think...
Yeah. Well, he's not dominating the lane. He's got 18 CS.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
He has
G's
great-
diving deep. He wants to get Artstyle, but Artstyle so the
God.
shallow grave, and G's aggression there is heavily punished. The poison is still on Artstyle, but he's going to get bowled up here by Suneko, and I think that's going to be enough. Yeah, he should be able to get himself back. He's got enough mana for a heal.
All right, G's tilting.
G
like
is,
a
he's going
cold
ham.
name.
It's 100% tilt. Like, there's no... Like,
Oh, funny. He's got a haste rune. He's got the epicenter as well here. He's going to go straight off onto Phobos with the epicenter as well, and he will get it off now. He's been over. The slow is there. This is true. Havors will toss Lil into Phobos. Havors, he's going to get taken down though by Illidan. And now Illidan, he's going to look for more now as they freeze up Funnick. They'll bring down the Sankey. Potentially one more hit, so they needed. Illidan will be able to Shikuchi forward and chase this one down surely. Oh, yes.
Oh,
he
what?
finds the Funnick.
Just on here.
yeah.
You could have... Yeah, I'm just probably dead anyway.
is under attack.
I think you don't actually, like... Your character doesn't move until the end of the Burrow Strike animation anyway,
Yeah,
so you
exactly.
still count.
But he turned.
Yeah.
He could have done right... Yeah, I don't know. He would probably win that.
Well, hopefully FNG can rein in G's anger here in middle lane. It's like, please, don't feed. We are winning.
Yeah, G is so mad. He just wants to kill
Is under
them.
attack.
He really does like his double null, doesn't he? He does this pretty often.
Yeah.
It seems like he like
Dire's top
wants to
tower
snowball
has
off of just
fallen.
CSing and being able to dominate the lane that
Wasn't
way.
there a player that went the Furion Blade Mail 3-0 talisman build? On
Oh,
Cop?
yeah, the triple null.
Who was the first one who
That's
did it? I
classic.
can't even remember.
Wasn't it top player?
There you go. Bone
Yeah, I
7
think so.
apparently. G again trying to go on Dendi. Are you not killing Dendi on your own at this point? Dendi, he's found those levels. He's level 7 at the moment, and they're going to need a little bit more than the Queen's harassment to bring him down at this point of the game.
Yeah, I think G has finally realized that tower diving is not the way. Blinking into cold snap and towers is it's a risky business. And I think he's learned his lesson.
Bottom lane, we see both Havorst and Funnick, Havorst and Suneko trying to get a push. There'll be the avalanche onto Lil. Lil's going to try and chase this one down. Has dropped the tombstone. The zombies are there, but Havorst just tosses up the Undying. Undying pots the ult, and there's just Sonic Wave straight onto the Io. And now G and Lil maybe going to turn their attention towards Havorst. He's got a dagger in his back.
TP out.
And yeah, Undying's just keeping himself safe in the sidelines. Havorst's got the mana to go back in on this, and he's also got the backup of Artstyle. The avalanche is going to get juked, though. Lil coming in with a double decay, the Sunstrike coming down, and it will land on the Undying. Dendi able to find that kill. They lose Havorst there to the Scream, and FNG's also going to find Artstyle here, so it is a double kill for G. And ends up being a 3-for-1 trade. Can Dendi clean up this Crystal Maiden? The Deafening
No
Blast catches her,
damage.
but there's Cold Snap has already worn off. And FNG's always been chased down by the Forge Spirit. Dendi just TPs out as Illidan tries to go and work.
I think he won it at the
Yeah,
same
it was a
time.
one, yeah.
Yeah.
That was tight.
That was very, very close.
Oh, there's your solo
Oh,
relocate
this-
onto G. Is this a kill? Suneko.
Come on.
Suneko.
Got him.
What a play.
All right, now he's ultra tilted.
That you're going to be tilting after that. After Navi just relocates in and hits you with his balls. I mean, that's got to be a bit infuriating.
How long was his blink cooldown? It seemed like a really long time.
I think it was... Yeah.
It's just level 2 at
I
the
think he
moment.
greed blinked to get home to base faster,
Oh,
and he had a
yeah.
ward. So he just real home.
God, I would actually just like
I did it
smash
once
my
against Pycat in Pro League, Physics
Yeah.
Pro League, and he had ward behind the tower, and he was Spectre.
mouse. Oh, and he just haunted too.
Yeah.
And then you were
And
just
I'm
like,
like 100
I hate my life.
Fuck this shit.
Illidan. There's 5 heroes here on the side of Navi. How's Funnick doing on his way to the Blink Dagger? Let's have a look at his gold gain. He's got coming up to 1200 on top of the Tranquils, so another couple of favourable fights for Navi, and he'll have that on board.
Atos Gaming on Jakiro? They did get buffed. It's 30 int now.
Extra intel.
Yeah. I think it's actually fairly good against Navi, because no one really buys BKB, right? I mean, Tiny does eventually, but it's not for quite a while.
It's a really good catch item against Wisp.
Yeah.
Just ADOS him and then kill him. Yeah.
TP's down here onto the bottom lane. Hilliton's going to go forward here. He's found Sneko. He's found a Voss. We'll throw the bugs out the latch onto both. Now he's going to try and find Sneko. Sneko tethers himself over towards a Voss. There's going to be the avalanche toss onto Illidan. Illidan's able to time-lapse it out. They've taken down the eye. The tombstone's been dropped. Arstar's going to get himself out. A Voss looks for the TP, but it's cancelled by FNG, who pops the ultimate here on the CM. They're bringing a Voss low. They'll find him. It's a double kill for FNG here on the Crystal Maiden. They were also able to bring down the Dazzle. Funnick very lucky there to have himself a haste rune, but Navi losing 3 heroes and VP yet again coming out on top of these early game team fights.
That was a really, really nice engagement. Havos tried to cancel the CM ulti, but
they might find Denty. Illidan.
He's got Ghost Walk.
He's scouring him out. Denny turns around with the Deafening Blast, throws down the meatball. Illidan's going to juke this one out, and indeed Ghost Walk straight up. Will get caught out by an Ice Path. They're going to look to continue to chase him as he's been taken out of his Sentry's been popped down, so there's nowhere for Dendy to run. There's nowhere for him to hide. They pick off the Invoker. And can Navi catch anyone out here? They do have the Tiny and I both back up, and there is a relocate available. But Vorst a little bit too far away from Sneko to make any action happen here. Well, the pressure being applied. Oh, they're going to go for a relocate. They're going to go for the relocate on FNG. He's all alone here. We'll get the slow out. Can he juke this one out? There's a lot of TPs in. They want to save their Crystal Maiden. They want to save their Crystal Maiden. Is this relocate not going to work? They're going to have to hope that the relocate takes them back out. They might find Illidan. He's got a ton that's available. And they've left a Vorst here. G's here as well. And, well, FNG tries to come back in. We'll get caught out by Funnick. The epicenter will be cancelled by FNG, and Lil throws down a decay. Funnick having to back himself out of this one. Tombstone's being dropped. Arstar trying to bring it down. Vorst and Funnick going to commit to bring down this Tombstone as well. G, he's got a Sonic Wave. It could be a big one. There it goes. It comes out. It catches 3. Dazzle and IO, they mount. Now G with the dagger onto Vorst. He throws the toss into Undying. We'll get 1 return kill, but Vorst is going to lose his life here as G picks up a double kill. Funnick trying to walk towards FNG. Finds the Bro Strike. Might be able to bring him down with the Sandstorm, but FNG, he lives. They're not killing this Crystal Maiden. Funnick's just going to sit there. Illidan coming in with the Shikuchi. He's found himself a double damage as well, and Funnick has come out. He's tickling away at Illidan. Illidan able to Shikuchi again. Funnick's got to get himself out of here. He does want to stick around. Oh, yes, he does, because he finds the kill onto the Weaver. Now with the Sandstorm again. G will have the Cold Snap and Sandstorm combination ensures that Dendy and Funnick find themselves G on the quap. Oh my goodness, 14-7. Navi finding some very, very big kills off the back of that team fight, and that has given Funnick the money for his Blink Dagger. Fantastic play there from Funnick in that fight.
What is actually going on in this game? This is like some of the clowniest fights I've ever seen in my life. Like, they relocate for a CM with a Tiny Wisp, they don't get the kill, and they break the CM's Tranquils, and they don't get like the slowest hero in Dota besides Techies. Like, how does it even happen? And then it just gets into this like long drawn out fight. G comes in, obliterates everyone, still manages to die at the Funnick, who burrow strikes up high ground. They did have a vision there though, so.
Oh, VP with this maneuver. They smoked up here in the Dire Jungle. They certainly are. Lil and FNG leading the way. This Crystal Maiden, 3 kills, 5 assists, hasn't died a single time this game. This has been some absolute bang-on performance here from FNG this game. And he's going to look to just take this stat with the help of Lil and Illidan. They're going to get away with it as well. The side of Navi not in any position to come into the jungle, as VP continue to cement their dominance, and now they're maybe going to look for Funnick here. He's at level 11, he's going to get caught out by an Ice Path as Phobos comes in. They're going to have the wraparound potential as well. FNG cashes out, but Bleebasher, Funnick does get the stun. Off onto FNG, the dust has been popped. They will bring down the Sand King here. Now, Funnick down for 45 seconds. Almost certainly going to lose a tier 2 here, Navi on the top lane.
A Liquid Fire means that your push potential is just insane, no matter what team you are. That ability in and of itself just makes they want to go for more here,
the side of VP. Illidan leading forward, he's found Sneko. And he's also found Havors going up to the high ground.
Combo, I think.
He's trying to kill the IO first, and that's the best thing, because he gets the bugs out onto both, and IO is just melting it. They're doing the arrows, the toss, the Sunstrike. Yes, they've got him. They kill the Weaver. FNG from the high ground with the ultimate. It's not going to be enough to bring down Sneko. Havors does take the bug off Sneko, says, hold still, buddy, I've got that one for you. Sneko will be able to get himself a rune and heal himself back up. FNG simply TPs out. It was a nice attempt with the ultimate there, but just didn't have the range.
I think it would have been better to just time-lapse to bring yourself to full HP after you took like 20%, because in that situation, if you're full, you don't die. But I think he was just a little bit greedy.
I think with the Sunstrike, I don't think it matters.
I don't know, because the stun toss brought him to like 200 health. Yeah. And then the Sunstrike finished him.
Yeah,
He's found Lil. Snaker's going to be boosting up here. The Tombstone comes out, but it doesn't matter. The amount of Dendi's doing here with these Forge Spirits absolutely blows up Undying. He'll find the Tombstone here as well. There will be a reaction from VP as they're sending G and FNG round into the Radiant Jungle. There's a TP in as well from Illidan. They want to try and find this one. Funnick is going to be scouted out by the Illusions, and well, pops the stun on them straight away. Sentry's being popped down, and Funnick dies instantly there to the lineup of VP. And the rest of Navi, well, Arstar, he TP's out. He does not want to stick about. Io heads into the tree line. He'll TP back to base as well, and Dendi has already made his retreat down the bottom lane.
It's a lot of action in this game. It's just like almost non-stop fighting. Dendi going for the book build. I like it.
He's actually pretty fun. He's gotten so many kills now.
Yeah.
I saw it at his inventory like 5 minutes ago. He only had Treads, Bossy, Noodle, and Wand. Looks very, very poor. But now he has a Necro. That's pretty good.
Weaver's going for the HP build, goes drums, so he can live through the combo a little bit easier.
I think you should consider Cloak as well.
Casual
But
Cloak,
then,
or...?
Yeah, but then his
They know the
inventory is kind
Dendi's
of
here.
awkward.
They're going to go for it. FNG is wrapping around here as well. Will find the slow. The bugs are out onto him. They'll freeze him up as well. He'll throw out a Sunstrike, but with the ultimate for FNG doing so much as he's trapped in the tree line, Illidan should be able to pick this one off, and he certainly will. Illidan ending Dendi's killing spree there and getting a hefty bit of gold for it as well.
He gets a Necro as well.
Yeah, that's
really
huge.
nice.
I just said,
Funnick, he needs to be careful here. There's both the Crystal Maiden and the Undying looking to chase this one down, but he's going to be a little bit too elusive for them to catch out as he heads back behind the tier wall.
I think VP are still looking really solid for the time being. It's just a matter of their lineup is so elusive. It's very hard to just go for the kill, and if you don't get a stun toss into like another stun or like a Sunstrike, the hero just like gets healed, or you can't like do anything to it because the FNGs are always around with the urn, and if you don't burst the Weaver, he's back to full health straight away, and then you're just like at square one with no disables. Can be really tough.
Funnick hoping to
He's
set
got
something
it.
up.
They can
He
kill
has.
this, yeah.
He's going to go straight up with it, but Illidan with the Scooch is going to be hard to catch out, and he doesn't know where to go. The relocate comes in as well, but VP, they're already out of there. And in fact, Illidan, he wants to go back in. He's going straight for Seneko, throws the bugs out. They will latch, pops the drum charges. They look to find the burst strike, but it's going to be off-center. Tombstone's been dropped, and now is this a fight that Navi want to stick in? No, it's not. They relocate back out. Funnick is able to blink away, but now G comes forward with the Sonic Wave straight onto the Artstar Dazzle. Deletes him. Ice Path onto Dendi on the back of this fight. It's Phobos slowing up the Invoker, who's trying to get himself out of this fight. Navi,
He's dead, yeah.
He's going to tick down, is he?
Die.
Oh,
Yeah.
there we go.
Oh my
Cheeky play from
God.
Funnick.
The damage, the Athos. It like kept him in macro fire for so long, he got wrecked.
it's insane. That item is really good.
Oh, tier 1 down on the bottom lane here, and
He
with
has
no
the shields
Dendi
as well.
for 30 seconds, they could potentially go for a tier 2 here as well.
Oh, easily.
Phobos is huge.
I mean, he was against the Sand King.
Yeah, of
That's a
course.
really easy lane for Jakiro, I think.
Yeah, for sure. He wins most one-on-ones, I think.
Yeah, Liquid Fire, too strong.
Like a melee hero has nothing to put up against him. So,
Do Navi decide to fight into this? They still don't have Dendi. This is not the fight they want to take. And Artstar maybe came a little bit too close. This Shallow Grave Cost gets cancelled, but he does
He's
manage
still
to
dead,
get it
though.
off. Everything is being thrown down on him. There's no way he can live through this, and he certainly won't. Illidan able to find the kill onto Artstar. 20-9, 20 minutes into this game. It's not looking great for Navi.
yeah, that was a bit of an unnecessary death. He knew everyone was there already, so I don't know why he went there. And now they're just gonna get Roche, I think. They have Medallion.
No, I don't even have Medallion, but
It's gonna be pretty slow, but
they got urn charges. It's good enough.
and Flash Golem.
Yep.
Pings did come out from Dendi, so he's well aware that they're doing it. Can they do anything to contest it? They've got everyone back up.
They have a high ground ward as well, so they can see like any initiation. Funnick's actually going into their woods, but I think they saw him. Well,
And he's
it's
going to
not
go
be-
for
Oh,
it
he's
with the
going for it.
epicenter, and he goes straight in with the bow strap, even both Illidan down. He gets the double kill, and now with the backup from Vorsa Seneka, they might find more. FNG with the ultimate, it's not enough. He does find the kill on Io. Now G and Phobos, they're turning around, trying to pick off Vorsa as he's trapped in the pit. Dazzle from the high ground, providing the heals. Now with the blink bow strike onto G. Funny with the plays in this fight. Phobos has got to get himself out because the rest of his team are dead. And now with Dendi turning up, they should be able to claim Roshan for themselves. And we saw the Roshan fights in the first game, heavily favouring Navi about 20 minutes in, and again, this seems to be a massive turning point where Navi coming back into the game with a huge swing in terms of difference, as we can see on the graphs now already.
Apparently Roshan is how Navi win games in this patch.
Yeah.
They just somehow like get one hero with mass AoE and is able to just kill everyone inside of the pit at one very important point. And that's actually insanely frustrating for VP.
That was so ballsy of VP.
Was the second one smoked for that? Because they
Yeah,
did
it
have
was
a high
smoked
ground
here, it
ward.
was smoked
Yeah,
here.
okay. Because I was like, they should have seen it, but then I didn't.
He saw them go in, but he never
Yeah.
saw them left. So, yeah.
I mean, Funny's got a Veil now as well on the Sankey. Funnick has done absolute work here for the side of Navi this game. That was, I mean, the perfect initiation. They might find FNG here. Crystal Maiden, a little bit ballsy, all on his own there in the jungle of Navi. And, well,
A bit.
A little
Did he
bit.
have a ward?
A little bit. Necro 3 on Dendy now as well.
Yeah, this is... I think VP is still fine.
Okay.
It's getting to the point where it's like...
It was a pretty big loss, though.
Yeah,
Like,
it
that,
was...
that Roshan would have pretty much secured being able to even siege high ground, I think,
Yeah.
if VP had been able to get that. And now they're kind of, the next 10 to 15 minutes are just, there's almost no chance they can go high
It's like
ground.
exactly the same as in the first game.
Yeah.
Where it's like... It's more so the fact that Navi has the Aegis and not VP. The golden XP is not so much, but just the Aegis being on their side.
I think the difference, though, for VP is that they can siege now,
Yeah.
whereas last game it was significantly harder.
Yeah.
VP.
What do you mean, Navi?
No, both teams can siege.
Yeah.
Because you have Jakiro. Like, all you have to do is, like, you walk up to the
Yeah,
tower, you hit
exactly.
it once, and,
Yeah.
like, you don't have to commit. And, like, Navi was tiny, so of course they can push, and they have Book 3 and an Exort Evoker. So,
Alacrity tiny, man.
yeah, that
That
is
some
the dream.
scary shit.
The jungle now. Funnick and Dendy. Seeing if they can make any act. They've got the epicenter and with the Veil as well. Funnick is going to do some
He
attack.
for it.
Mid lane, Queen of Pain.
Arsenal?
Finding
He's
kill
going
onto
for the
Dazzle.
Wisp.
He's trying to find more
he
as
used all
well.
his mana.
But the punches from her Vorst. Oh!
God, that was close.
That was incredibly close.
Thought he was looking for a
Sunstrike?
toss.
Sunstrike?
No,
Oh, he
Wait,
gets
no,
the
he
Crystal
killed
Maiden.
that
He was going for
FNG.
FNG.
Yeah,
he was going for
everyone's
FNG.
like, wait, is he going for the for the Queen? But nope. I guess he wouldn't have seen the BKB were off either way, right?
On the Invoker?
Yeah, like he wouldn't have seen Queen's BKB.
Yeah. Thing
So
is,
he
you
wouldn't
can
have
just put a Sunstrike in
In the
the
well.
base. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just, like, he's gonna TP home at some point.
You gotta have that game sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
But he TP'd in Fog, so that's a hard one to land, I think.
Does it pierce that community?
Oh,
Yeah, it does.
Funnick with the epicenter. He's looking for Phobos. Oh, that very close. Short Scepter buying in time, and that's the epicenter whiffed. Very nice reaction there from DK Phobos.
I don't know, man. This game is like still very tense. Like either team can easily take it.
Toss onto Dendy. Phobos will lay down the ice path. Where's the backup for the side of VP? It's still behind the tower. They don't want to go in on this one. They want to wait until Navi come to them. And well, off the back of that, Dendy and Funnick, they're not going to want to hang around too long because they don't have that epicenter and they don't have the tools really to jump straight in head first against VP alone.
I don't know, man. This Shakira is huge. Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
He has so much farm.
It's insane. He's
He actually
so
going Shivas,
fast.
yeah?
I think so. Or Lotus Orb, but I'm not sure that makes so much sense.
Yeah, that's not really much
think
terrifying.
Shivas
Art style all alone in the mid lane. Atos gets laid down. He will be able to get the ult out. It doesn't even attempt for
bother,
Shallow
really.
Grievous.
I'm actually so confused what our style is doing this game.
He's just pushing this lane out, trying to recover some farm. I don't know.
But he's just feeding.
Yeah, he's just dying constantly. And they want to go high ground.
Gets a bit of damage here onto this
Navi
top.
has the Aegis though.
Where's the Wisp?
Wisp is top lane at the moment.
Okay, he's walking down there. But they're not going to be able to relocate.
They need to
for a
get
bit.
this tiny back.
Pushes
They
faster.
need to get her Vorst back. His Vorst got. He's just going to
Maybe
go for a
he's gonna
split push.
trade and then reload on the fight.
Yeah, Vorst just looking for the split push. Fortification will come out from the side of Navi. There's going to be
a lot
Phobos
faster.
laying up an ice path here with the Yule Scepter onto Funnick. Funnick's able to get himself 4-staffed out. He's going to be okay for the time being, but still.
They have the back.
I was going to lose the tier 3 in the mid
Their
lane, but at the
Grass
same
is
time,
already
they've
dead.
lost the tier 3 here on the top lane, and Vorst, he's on the racks here. Avalanche onto FNG. He will now go for the ultimate. G with the dagger onto Vorst. There's a TP back from Phobos as well. Can they kill the Tiny? They're going to try their best, and they will find him for the first time. He's got the Aegis.
get a
He's ready for
reload
round
now.
2.
Oh, they don't have it.
I don't think they can save
no
Tiny
reload.
here. Vorst is in a lot of trouble. He did find half the racks, but it looks like he will pay with his life. Turns around with an avalanche and a toss onto G. Gets a few slaps in as well. It's going to be a slow death, but it's going to be a sure death as the side of VP do dispose
That's
of
still
the Tiny.
fine, though. Like, trading an Aegis for a Rax, that's a trade that Navi will make any day. When you have a Wisp and a Tiny on your team, that's like the bread and butter, right? Like, to be honest, I'm surprised VP let that happen.
Yeah.
It was very obvious that they weren't coming back, and it's just like, you kind of eventually have to stop the Tiny from hitting your buildings. And to be honest, that was the only way I think that Navi could have made their way back into the game with just one play. Otherwise, it would have taken like multiple fights for them to get the same thing accomplished. They just got a Rax with no contention outside of losing like one hero. Like, that's like a dream for them right now.
They lost a Tiny though. That's
Yeah, but he has
quite
buyback.
costly, I'd say.
I think VP are kind of
Yeah,
forced
but
to
he's
make
gonna
a
be out
counterplay
for the
now.
fight now.
Yeah.
Did he use relocate? Why?
Oh, Funnick smoked up.
Interesting.
Can he get this big epicenter? They're very grouped up the side of
Pipe on the
VP.
Wisp. Holy shit.
Can he find the jump? The ping's coming out. They know he's there, and G's going to jump straight in with the Orchid. Funnick will force stuff himself away. G trying to chase down the Sand King here, forcing him back to base. Mid lane, Illidan's going to get caught out by an avalanche. Ice Path will catch Danzy. Soneko severing forward onto a boss. They're trying to kill Illidan. Illidan has got the time lapse available, will now use it to back himself out of the base. And it looks like VP, they don't want to hang out too much longer. The pipe has been completed for the side of Navi, and they do not want to fight into this. Funnick going forward with a very nice burrow strike onto FNG. Sandstorm from the high ground. The Sonic Wave onto her Vorse. Soneko getting low. The Shallow Grave is there. He's going to be frozen. G's found the kill onto Tiny. Illidan might be able to pick off Dandy as well. There's a sentry ward down here in the mid lane, and that should allow him to get the kill. It certainly will there with the Germinate attack, and it's a triple kill at the same time for G.
There's only one buyback.
This is not great for
They still have
Navi.
Epicenter though. Do they have a smoke? I think he needs a smoke to be able to
I
get
think
it up
Navi
here.
underestimated the Undying Jakiro team fight potential.
Yeah.
Even the Queen of
Yeah,
Pain.
he's got smoke. Okay, here we go. This could be the big epi that we're looking for. He's got Veil as well.
Where is he?
He
It
needs to
is.
be able to stop getting double racks.
We
Like,
need
if-
Funnick
has
to do
cooldown
something
in the
amazing.
smoke.
Oh,
This sucks so
We
much.
need something amazing from Funnick.
He can get like 3 here, I think.
He's going to go for it. Epicenter
4.
straight up. Yes, there's a 3-man burrow strike. Epicenter,
Did he
Veil of
die?
Discord brings down one. There's the time up just in time from Illidan.
Tiny's
Now
here,
with the Ice
Tiny's
Path,
here.
Phobos could turn this one around. They take down Funnick. Phobos down a dominating kill streak. A Forster's come in, but Illidan's just focusing him. Illidan back off. Double kill for a Forster. He's able to bring down the Queen of Pain. Illidan just hits away at the tower. Wolf on a tier 3. Toss forward onto the range creep. Phobos and Illidan having to get themselves out. There's now a relocate coming in. Soneko. Tevez up to Phobos. They don't find the avalanche there to cancel the TP from Phobos. He's able to get himself back out to base.
God, that was really stressful for Navi. I think if they lost double racks there, it would have been like too hard to come back from. But,
Yeah.
I mean, the problem that Navi have is that the middle and bottom towers are still up. So they can't just go relocate and backdoor base. So they can't trade evenly in racks, which is why it was so nice that they managed to get top. Because normally you would have to fight continually to get to that stage, but the other lanes are not exposed yet. So Navi are actually in a much worse position if they can't just immediately relocate to base.
I mean, at this point of the game, who do you favour, Draskell?
Oh, VP, hands down.
VP.
Like, yeah.
They've just got to that point where it's Navi going to look. I don't know.
Like, you need to be able to push the outer 2 towers, and Navi
Yeah.
have shown time and time again that if they have the option, they're not going to take a direct engagement. They're only fighting when VP are pushing their high ground, and that's because they know that their team fight just isn't as strong.
What if Navi are able to get an Aegis under their belt?
I guess it's possible they could win a fight with an Aegis. The thing is, Havos is getting kited so hard.
Yeah.
Like, he needs BKB. Otherwise, he just gets Shadow Struck, he gets slowed by
going in
Aethos.
now with the BKB. He's ready to fight up. He's getting takes a fair bit of damage here from the Force. He's going to have to.
He's
No,
dead.
does he time lapse out in time? He's dead. 60 seconds down. Now FNG here with the ultimate catching out of Vorse. They're taking a hefty bit of damage as well from DK Phobos, but now Funny going in with the epicenter, bringing FNG and both Phobos slow. There's going to be a top forward onto FNG. G getting himself a double kill as he picks up both the Dazzle, the Sand King. Now a triple kill as the Force goes down. They find the IO as well. 4 heroes dead on RV Dendy. He's having to get himself the hell out of there. And once more, VP proving that they've got the superior team fight to Navi.
All right, I just want to point out that they bathed in that macro pyre.
Yeah,
like,
that was
Havos was just like, yo, I don't care about fire. I'm made out of rock. I'm dead.
And that was a fight that initiated with Illidan going in and not getting off a time lapse.
It didn't even matter, though.
It didn't matter.
Yeah,
be honest.
they were standing in the macro pipe for like 10 seconds.
Yeah,
straight.
and then Wisp tethered into the macro pyre.
He's like, I'm gonna heal you, brother, it's fine. And then the couple and everyone died.
Fortification comes
Did he
out.
even get off the epicenter? Like, I didn't see it.
Yeah, it's down for 45 seconds here. Funnick will find the burrow strike onto Phobos. It's just him and Artstyle, but Dendy actually with the wraparound here with a deafening blast of the Meteor, but Guardian Greaves have been popped aside the VP, and now with the Orchid onto Dendy, there's nowhere for him to go sword till. He goes down, dominating kill streak now for G, and Phobos and Lil, they turn their attention towards Artstyle. He does get the Shallow Grave onto himself. He's trying to TP himself back to base. He will be able to make it, and he will survive
So
for the
many
time. No,
dots.
he
No,
won't!
he's
The
dead.
dots are too much. Double kill for G.
Wow.
More dots.
35 to 19, Navi struggling insanely against the lineup of VP, who are just proving to be far too strong for Navi at this point of the game, 31 minutes in.
I think the biggest difference, honestly, is the support impact from VP. Like, between the Jakiro in like a farming capacity and the CM ulti, with no BKBs on anyone on Navi, it's like, you get wrecked so hard if you take these drawn-out team fights. You get kited around, decay spams as well. It's just a nightmare.
Roshan's up.
Yeah.
Roshan is up, boys.
I think if VP get Roshan, the game is over.
Yeah.
Navi, they're smoking in. Bendy will go straight in, checks it out, gets the Forge Spirits out. He wants to go for this Funnick. He's found himself Lily with a bow strike. We'll get orchided up straight away. There's Relocate coming in, but they're going to get caught out straight away with the Ice Path. Zaneka's going to go down immediately with FNG getting the ult from the high ground. Of course, he's mounting as well with a Veil on him and the Ice Path. Oh, he goes down, double kill for G. They're going to lose Dendy here as well, potentially. Forces himself up the high ground, looks for the TP. The Ice Path cancels it though. GG. Well played is called as G gets himself a triple kill. What a game 2 there. VP take the game. The series between Virtus Pro and Navi ends 1-1. And what a series 10, the first day of Super Weekend here, the Asus ROG Dream League, boys.
What a game, what a series. I gotta say, I was thinking that in the first game, VP they should not have lost that game in my eyes.
Yeah.
I still feel that's the case. The Invis Rune, yeah, okay, it was god tier. I'll be honest. This second game though, they had the same kind of strategy. They won their lane super hard, and this time the Jakiro pick was like brilliant. If you looked at what Navi had, because